Shush. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day you guys are watching this. Welcome to another installment of the D20 Misfits. Let's see how the night goes with the dice.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Very
That's a
moderate,
13.
lucky.
So, moderately good evening for us, hopefully, according to the dice. A baker's dozen. Shout out to all our sponsors, of course. I'm not going to go through them, but you know who you are.
I mean, technically, we're only a sponsor from one.
Sponsors, well, whatever.
We're ambassadors to everybody else.
But anyways, grab your drinks, grab your snacks, hit like and subscribe, and that notification bell. Yeah, we're just going to get sent about the DM.
So, before we jump into the recap, quick thing that, god damn, my hair.
Okay.
Also, what was forgotten in the intro is Wounded Warrior, guys. Like, sign up, donate, whatever. Let's get this rolling and help these guys out, you know? So, I'm just, stop because bad things go in my head. I'm thinking Spaceballs.
No, so I was certain goofy.
I know, but I was thinking Spaceballs for some reason. Anyway, so last we left off.
Oh, Frank.
What?
Nothing. No, Frank.
Last we left off. The party in the Fortress of Memories helped beat the Frost Prince.
Mm-hmm.
Did not defeat Grievous that was there, but instead was more of a confrontation on what he wanted to do, what was his goal in the end. Taking out or replacing Bahamut in the company with the right of seeding. That was quick on the draw for Lucy's part to cast a wish spell, fuck his day up to where he couldn't read it. Pissed him off. But he was trying to find ways. Don't know what really happened, but at the end, he went to the Raven Queen and said, I wish to leave, and then had Ryu draw 3 cards from the deck, which did and helped in his favor. And as Grievous turned back before he got swooshed away, he said, balance. You guys went back to the inn, back up to the penthouse, to where somebody still had a key to some fun activities. And not so much in the way that Ryu thought it would be, but to have this person there for the night as a companion to talk things out, to figure out what to do, to get a calm emotions and the right mindsets. As Ryu took a peaceful time calming down, setting his mind straight with the nymph that y'all procured for him. Lucy grabbing a couple bottles, becoming completely drunk, to where Amari kicked in mama mode and got her food and reach and got her food and got her to bed while her and Nell was eating. At that point, little fawn, kid, guy, shapeshifter appears,
Where do you even know that?
having a conversation about realms, gods, knowledge, turned out that it wasn't this mystical trickster, but indeed, in fact, Grievous. And he wanted to prove a point about what his decisions were. Balance, perspective. To where he could have killed Lucy right then and there, but chose not to. Instead left a parting gift in a note.
Yeah,
Asshole.
Damn. Why are you laughing? That's crazy.
It's fucked up.
In the little gift box that he left was a nice little severed head. To look to be as looked at a quick glance, looked like a female elf. But as that all happened, and a little glyph off the notes that knocked some of y'all out. One.
You knocked me into a wall, thank you. I didn't get
Knocked
knocked
you
out.
into an unconscious
No,
as far
she's
as
still-
hit points
no.
go. Then look at your character sheet because it goddamn says it. Anyway. But that's where we left off. So let's see what happens, guys. And
Help.
see how crazy this can go into.
The adventure continues.
Oh shit. Hey, welcome back.
Knock everything over.
So,
Wake up.
I really like this opening. I was searching for opening music, and I love this one because it hits. So, as it stands right now, this is still the end of night BS.
That's some bullshit.
With Lucy reading the notes and the ward going off, knocking Amari out. I believe you were just saying the hell with this and going.
No.
So all that's standing in your room right now is you, I knocked out her, and him.
No. You don't remember how it ended? I'm in the not
You're in
the
the den.
lounge.
Like
I'm in the
den,
den,
sitting
and
at
the
the fire.
box is on a table
Yep.
by a chair.
You're there, but Amari's knocked out in your room. Unless did you bring her back already? You
I cast Spare the Dawn.
Correct. So you two are in Lucy's room, and Lucy's downstairs in the den.
He put
Brutal.
me in the bed and then left.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where we're all. So it's you and you, technically, in Bones, of what's going on.
I am a snooze.
Bones just pops back up. Here I am. What happened?
Comes out of my room. What the hell?
You had a good nap.
Pops out. Hey guys, what happened?
You're sleeping.
Yeah, remember you're downstairs.
Yeah, you're with the
You're being
lady.
petted and bedded by a nymph, so shut up.
Not in that context. He had a calm mind and he knocked the hell out. But
Never embedded.
unless y'all ain't doing anything, we'll skip it to the morning and go from there. Unless you guys have anything to say tonight.
I already had a full rest. She's just quiet with the box, and she's just in her own mind right now.
In my room, has to fuck out. I was forcefully removed.
Alright, so knock up, everybody gets a long rest, and we will go into the next day.
See, on there it's different. On here,
I was the one.
That's why.
yeah, that's why I get
Don't do
confused.
that.
But I finally found the chargers.
Okay.
There we go. So,
I am not dead anymore.
got your long rest then? Cool. Okay, so long rest. Y'all wake up in your respective rooms with the loom and gloom still over.
I'm sleeping in a chair.
I mean, y'all still have your effects from the gloom. The Realm of Despair. Let's see if they change. So that
I'm waking up next to Pretty Lady.
So I can have everybody roll me Wisdom saving throw. DC's 23.
Just barely 24.
Don't forget that because this is a saving throw, you add +5.
No, you don't. Everybody's in their separate room sleeping.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure how far away she was from me.
Too far away for you to have anything to do with that.
Alright.
And I'm still in the.
You're the only one that gets the
Where you
effect.
at? You're the one that gets your own effect. So where are you at?
28.
Just made it at 24.
Altogether 20.
Roll D6.
I hit it. 23. That's what I say. I hit it.
4.
Disadvantage on all saving throws from this point forward.
Wait, I thought she rolled with advantage because this is the realm she's in.
Yes and no.
Sometimes.
Because of everything that goes
It
on and
depends.
how everything that's happened, no. This is
Okay. Gotcha. I tried to help you out, Liz.
Fine.
So, again, all waking up in your respective places. Day is yours. What's we doing?
I'm going to immediately wake up, and I'm assuming you're not in our room. I'm going to go.
Yeah, because you woke up in her room.
We were sharing a
We
room.
we were our room. Yes. So I'm going to wake up, put my armor on, and then go find her. Because last thing I know, I got yeeted into a wall, and then somebody else disappeared.
I'm gonna wake up, look around, and get out.
Where am I?
I fall asleep mid-conversation again.
You had glitter, sorry.
That's alright if you did.
Dear apologies.
I'm guessing you had a reprieve and you have more of a clear mind.
Something I haven't had in a long time.
So what is the goal now? Are you going to deal with your friend?
Yes.
Okay.
Just as a little forewarning, I wouldn't go outside for about an hour.
I can take care of myself.
Fair enough. But again, appreciate the evening. It's the calmest I've been in a long time since I left home.
I try. Before you head out, she pulls you in and gives you a kiss on the forehead.
Right.
And you feel this warmth roll over to you. For luck.
Thank you.
As she uses her unearthly grace, which, by default, what's your charisma?
+2.
Your AC increases +2 until your next long rest.
Oh shit.
Don't go to sleep, right?
You add your charisma bonus to your AC.
So
Till a rest is given, short or long. You get to add that to your wisdom and saving throws too.
that goes. Oh shit.
So AC, wisdom, and intelligence saves. until a rest is given, short or long, and then it goes away. That's the extent of
AC, wisdom.
and intelligence. Saves. Not checks. Saves. Increased by whatever your charisma is until a rest.
Okay, I can work with that.
I hope so.
That's for luck.
Just gonna see Eve's face turns like a cherry red.
Oh, he blushed.
Aww.
That's like that goofy cartoon laugh. The
Country dumb. Gotcha. Okay.
Thank you, my lady. Walks out to go find the rest of them.
Roll perception.
Is it perception? $21.
So in the tavern, as because you're like on the balcony, just looking down at the balcony, you swear that you see a very familiar person carrying two big swords on their back walk outside.
There's no fucking way.
No way.
It's too early for this shit. I'm gonna go find them first before I decide to venture off.
Well, there you go.
Lucy, Amari! Is that beat feet for the penthouse?
Heading
No,
upstairs.
screw Crow. Our Crow over here, Bones.
I see. The only thing that catches your eye off the bat with your passive is when you get into it, because you have the lounge area, and then it splits off into several rooms. Then it goes upstairs, where all the beds are in the hot spring and stuff like that. So off to your left, still just sitting in a den area, staring into fire, is Lucy off the bat. That's the first person you're going to see. Everybody else is probably still in their beds.
Except for Amari, who got knocked out and slept on the floor.
No, I got picked up.
Movie, bro. Movie.
I had to pick on you a bit.
That'll be the first that you're there. That'll be the first person you catch in the room. There's a box sitting next to a little table by the chair. And very haphazardly, you just this red liquid just slowly dripping from a box.
Sound effects, folks, via Viking. He's here all night.
Look at Lucy. E.
The back of her head. Are you walking around?
I'm walking
and standing
over.
in front of the fireplace.
I'm gonna walk over. Lucy, what the hell did I miss last night? Because I've only seen you have that look one other time.
Thinking. I only thought once.
No,
Thanks for
in
the vote of
deep thought.
confidence, Raya.
No, you're in deep thought.
So I only think deeply once.
You usually they try to hide any other time.
I'm pretty sure we've had deep thoughts before when things happen. So if there's something else you're trying to ask other than why am I thinking deeply yet again?
You're staring into the fire, and I know that's usually you're trying to cleanse the mind of something. At least that's what.
What you're assuming, since this is the first fireplace I've stared into since we've become a group?
Pretty much.
Well, thanks, Mom, but I'm fine.
Would we say at this point that I show up?
I'm gonna come out of my room, go to the bar, and
If you're
grab
out there
something
looking
to eat.
for everybody.
Well, I'm kind of gonna panic a little bit because last thing I know is I got thrown into a wall.
Everyone went black.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna come out of my room, go to the bar, get something to eat, because I have no idea what the hell happened last night.
In the mini bar at the...
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's why I was like, would I be there at that point to kind of hear the last part of that?
Probably.
Okay.
I'll say yes.
I would not.
Do you want to fill me in on what the fuck's going on?
It's none of your business.
Where is the mini bar?
You can just like...
The mini bar,
ask for food.
I think, is like by the hot spring, so you're like
Yeah, so-
upstairs.
You go downstairs.
Okay.
We're all downstairs.
Okay,
But
that's...
you've been around
I mean,
enough, I would assume you know where it is now.
No, I forgot where it was.
Oh. Don't forget you have a little ghost guy that you can ask for food if you want, or drinks. You can
Yes.
Here you go.
That's what I was planning on doing. No, I just forgot there's two of us. Yeah, okay, go on. Sorry.
Actually, she kind of goes like, tea.
That's something.
And then she just drinks a hot tea and continues to stare.
Looks over to Amari, uses message. Means what the fuck happened?
You're gonna get a head tilt and
Works that way?
alright. So
How far away you going?
I know your perception is kind of crazy, and I'm not trying to hide it from you,
Yeah.
but like he needs to know.
Yeah, but they don't. You guys don't know that. If she's still brooding into the fire, drinking tea, I mean that's the
Yeah.
extent of that.
I will say that whenever I just get my food, I'm just gonna eat and try to figure out where y'all are.
Okay.
If any of y'all are that I know of, you know.
Okay. So basically, you're gonna get a rundown of what happened. Like, hey, Grievous decided to impersonate our little fairy friend.
So my eyes were correct then. I walked out on the balcony and I saw what I thought was Grievous. But if he was here last night, that just confirmed it. He was hanging out in the bar.
He was leaving the time.
Yeah.
To me, that was a little weird. I would have thought he would have been like, yeah, bye. But, right. He was leaving. Okay. Well, if you want to know how my night went, the last thing I remember was getting thrown into a wall.
The fuck? It takes a lot to throw you into a wall.
Cliff.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, someone decided to have a little conversation while someone else was incapacitated. And, let's just say he was none too pleased with the answers that he found and decided to leave our friend a little present.
I'm assuming that would be the dripping box.
I would say about that time you hear the shattering of glass and a little. The teacup got smashed into the fireplace. We didn't get that.
I was waiting. I was waiting for the
well, it depends. How
ghost
far,
guy to show up.
It depends how far away you guys are. Are you
Yeah.
whispering or not? Because that's going to go on a deception versus your perception.
This was going to be kind of going to drag him down the hall closer to like the stairs, and then kind of be more hushed voices.
Well, then roll a deception.
So this is a rewind.
You roll a perception.
We both rolling deceptions, or
You can, or any of the other.
I'll give her advantage because she's probably got a higher deception than I do.
I'm just gonna say that I probably found y'all already.
Yeah, both of those are going to be bad. So that's going to be a 7 plus 5 for 12.
It's an 18 plus 10.
Yeah, I'm aware.
So,
Her perception is. I'm not necessarily trying to hide it from her. I'm just more not.
no, but
trying to, like, fill him in
that's what I'm
without
saying,
being-
whispering it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that would be.
Fly farts. Literally. Exactly.
So, hearing the glass break probably has you under the assumption that she overheard.
Yeah. Yeah, not necessarily trying to hide it, just trying to like fill him in quietly.
I'm gonna walk in and just kind of like look around at everything. Like, what the fuck just happened? What did I miss?
Well,
But-
if you're coming down the stairs, you see us talking,
Mm-hmm.
and then you would just hear glass shatter.
Yes.
So if you are going over there, that's gonna pick up something else. But basically, you're gonna walk in as I say, it was ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Huh? Man, I was out last night.
You just squawk.
She can mimic
Yeah.
voice.
It's just her preferred thing is her her little chitters. Oh.
Damn.
Pulls the staff out. Because I was told what the staff was, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, yeah, I thought I had stuff. Wait.
Sorry.
It's a rod, not a staff.
Rod, start.
The thing you
Sorry.
wouldn't use with the nymph.
What happened?
That would be a bow. Because it's more on the curve
You
side.
have to have a little comedy with a little sadness.
Anyway,
Which way, left or right?
As we all exit stage left.
but if you attune to it, you fully understand what it is. So if that's what you're going for.
I can't use it, remember?
That's right.
So
Yeah,
it's been
paladin.
sitting in my backpack.
Or a cleric.
Or on my backpack.
Cleric Druid or Paladin is the only one that can
They can use that, yeah. The rod.
So,
What is it?
Rod of Resurrection.
Oh. Nice.
Oh.
I forgot you left that before that part happened.
Nice.
I'm gonna pull the rod out of my bag. And go, you might want to use this.
Are you trying to hand it to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, again,
I don't know what this is. You're just handing me things now.
I got told what it was, so I'll inform you of what it is.
Yeah. Okay.
This is made for a healer, and
Someone's not awake.
Yeah.
Take this item. You'll know what to do. I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly.
It's made for healing, and I am not a healer.
So I'm gonna have to add this, I would assume, to my inventory.
You're going to add it to your inventory, yes. Hopefully you got an enchantment slot open.
Yes, I do. Because I don't have anything else attuned.
That's tricky.
I have one left.
Well.
So,
That'll work.
So you might want to use that.
on a hit?
Well, let me find out what it does.
It has the ability to. It has 5 charges. 1 charge, cast heal.
Or you use all 5 charges.
Or use all 5 and it does resurrection.
Okay.
On a hit.
I just
It's
added it
like
to my
using a
inventory.
true resurrection spell.
It is true resurrection.
It's not, well, yes, no. It's not true. It's resurrection.
Oh.
Yeah.
True resurrection.
Did you add it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just thinking of like the technical things you
Because
bring back ahead.
under resurrection,
Well, true resurrection
rule,
would bring the whole body back.
you are
Yeah.
at -4 to anything you do until you rest, because bringing
So
something back
now
from the dead is
it's the
illegal. So it takes 4 days to fully complete oneself of losing that penalty.
Never mind.
It takes 4 rests to actually complete, 4 long rests to complete, so 4 days to
I mean, that's
actually
speak with the dead.
correct that.
You can make the head talk.
Oh!
I mean, in technicality, but you know what I'm talking about, the head talking, that's speak with the dead.
Okay. Heal washes over a creature. They regain 70 hit points. They are also cured
thing
of
like I did
blindness,
before
deafness,
Force.
and any diseases flecting from it.
Sheesh.
Nice.
It's the
That's
ones
one
with that
charge you
question.
can use to
Mhm.
cast
They
heal.
can't, they
Gotcha.
won't be able to use the spell one again.
Make sure you delete that from your inventory.
I did.
She had that, I didn't. Fern.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I
Okay.
know I have something like that. No, I don't.
So
Good.
that would have been something really nice to give me last night.
Well, he wasn't there.
But he
because
was not there, so-
receiving y'all's booty call that you paid for. That wasn't a booty call.
And girls gotta get paid.
It was just a therapy session.
Yeah, therapy, you know.
He was laid into her lap, but he put his head there as he talked. Just the one with the on the shoulders head.
Okay. Well, this is certainly helpful. Not going to be of use today, but good to note. All right.
No, it might help Lucy out later on.
Yes.
I mean, if she wants to attune to it, she can.
Would I be able to do that now, or?
It takes about an hour to like look it over and figure it out.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't sure if I had to like.
Long
Long
rest.
rest.
It's not really much a long rest. It's taking like an hour or two to look it over and figure out what it does.
Okay.
That's attuning to it.
Yep.
It's blindly using it, and that's what it does. That's what the attunement is.
Gotcha.
And it grows back body limbs as well. So
Okay.
it will grow from a severed head to a full body in no time.
Okay.
Oh God.
Does it only work on?
Full resurrection is it's I believe
Resurrection will bring back anything as long as they didn't die of natural causes.
Okay. Does it only work on...
You have the damn rod. Look it up.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it.
What? For what?
Okay.
Under Resurrection, the spell, as long as they didn't die of old age and they aren't undead, and
Okay,
the soul
it just
is
pulled up
free
from-
and willing, meaning the soul is not trapped, you can return it to life.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if it would work on Sat.
No more than a century, and Sat didn't die for a century. He hasn't been dead for 100 years.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if it worked on I wasn't sure if it worked on like mechanical bodies or if it was
Satori
just.
wasn't mechanical.
Okay.
He was a living, breathing, bleeding person.
Okay.
That was Kalon.
Okay.
Was the
Kalon
Kalon's a
is
construct.
the mechanical
He
one.
can't be
Okay.
brought back.
Okay. That's where I was.
Resurrection doesn't bring back people who are doesn't bring back the undead or constructs.
Actually,
Gotcha.
you would know. Her bag is in her room.
That is what I was wondering.
Yeah, the bag's not with her. It's in her room with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And all the pieces are there to do it. Ish. Ish.
Because this is going to take a little while.
And Resurrection takes an hour to cast.
Damn. Okay. Well.
I believe for that you would also need a body, not just a soul.
That's what I was thinking.
Hmm?
That would be funny, just a talking head.
As long as you have a piece of them. You can regrow anything. You do have pieces of them.
That's true.
It's just a kind of
Okay, so that is going to be this. Do we want to do this here?
You do it wherever you want to.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said, she just threw a glass and here you and Ryu are talking.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to pull it, you need to grab her shit to do it in order to
Which is in your room.
do that.
Yes, but no.
or you
I
grab the
wasn't-
head and do it and go that
If you
way.
just grab the box, she's probably gonna flip out.
Yes, that's why I was going to have a discussion with you first about it, but also, do we want to do this here?
Well, that's not a group decision right now. 'cause
I think
y'all
she's
like
meaning she's
you.
gonna piss off the Raven Queen.
You just got 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's not undead. And you're not gonna piss her off.
Okay. That was my whole thing, because she's, once what is dead.
To a degree, if it's fated.
Yes.
If it's not fated, then if his fate is to die a different way, then that's it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's so finicky to understand.
Mm-hmm.
She's like a teenager sometimes.
If you want to put it that way.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm going to assume we are all going to go walk into the room now?
Well, there's only the 3 of you.
Yes.
He hasn't come down yet, and who knows what the hell he's doing.
Yes.
What
But,
are you doing, Nell?
Roll me an insight.
okay.
Survey the room.
$21?
Okay. Reading the room, you know it's Lucy's not the only problem you're noticing within the room.
Uh-huh.
You also know that Ryan was occasionally, every time he was talking to you, was glancing up the stairs.
Can you put a pin in it for now? For now.
You don't have to listen to them. You got beef because an ally fucking stabbed you in the back.
But hasn't shown up yet. More immediate issue.
You don't know that.
He could be sneaking somewhere. He could
That
just be like,
is his
In the
belief
shadow
right now.
works.
His mind is set to it. That's what you're picking up with that.
You're
So
picking
there
up
are
his
two
point down.
big points. One is brooding
Mm-hmm.
and is in despair. One is is unpredictable. That's what you're surveying the room. He's unpredictable because if he's glancing to see if Nail comes down the stairs, you don't know what's going to happen. But he is glancing like he's waiting for somebody to come down those stairs, or is expecting someone to come down the stairs. And since you roll a 21 on your insight, 4 people are downstairs right now. There's only 1.
Yes. And also something just happened between the 2 of them. I would assume between
You were there for that.
Yes. So
You were there for that.
you were
The attack. And...
Oh yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was saying you were talking to him before
Yes.
she came in, so
Oh yeah.
giving him the lowdown. That's why I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Reading the room, he has something to deal with, and he's waiting for somebody to come down the stairs.
Yes. Let's get a decision.
Actually, he's more paranoid. He's not just looking up the stairs, he's looking at the main door that leads here from the tavern. He's looking both ways.
Can we make a decision first? And then I don't need you. You can go do whatever you want to do.
Fine.
Thank you. Okay. So we're going to kind of I at least am going to come over to you and kind of like kneel beside you. You have a choice to be made. It's going to take a lot. But I need to know which one of them you would rather have right now. Would you prefer your mother or Sat?
Can I just say that while you do that, I'm gonna go over to the box because I don't know what's in it. And I'm kind of curious.
It's dripping, girl.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You know what the smell of blood smells like.
But I just want to see it.
Question is,
ironic.
can Lucy make that cognitive decision right now?
Well, I kind of need stuff that she has. So,
It's upstairs.
huh?
It's upstairs.
You know, she's mentioned it
You notice her
multiple times.
bag's not there, so
Yes.
her bag's upstairs.
Like, if you're trying to just bring Satori back, she's had the conversations of what is needed, what she has.
Yeah,
I mean, technically we have more.
You
fun
know,
than the other.
bringing him back helps with the battle for Grievous at the end.
Yes.
Everything's
Which
in the
is
room.
which is why I am leaving the decision up to her if she would like to immediately have her mother, or if she.
Well, based on that insight, you're saying that you don't know if she's cognitively all there too.
Mm-hmm.
And that's your decision. If you're going to be, like,
Well,
honestly,
I think she has the stuff in. You have a bag of. It's in a bag of holding, right?
There's stuff in the bag of holding, and there's stuff in her handy haversack.
Okay. Can I just? I can't just reach into those things. She
Yes,
has
you
to.
can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, anybody can reach into the bag. Of
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like a specific.
So honestly, if you want to rewind that, and make
kinda
your own
do.
decision, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Oh, no, I would say with your insight, you say that you know that she might be not stable enough to make a decision like that as of now.
For me, it's more kind of visual cues. If you're just looking at me,
Like her eyes, it's like the 1,000-yard stare.
mm-hmm.
Plus
you
blank.
have retreated into your own brain.
She's rich. Yeah.
Right, so that you hear no response from her.
Okay.
So the decision is you're making.
Mm-hmm.
Did you leave everything in your room?
All my bag and everything's in it. The only thing that whenever she originally came out of the room, like after drinking, she was like,
So you have your pistols on hand, not your rifle?
because she has like a holster,
Well, that's
she has one of the pistols, but she's wearing one of her like old outfits. It's like no sleeved kind of turtleneck, black pants, almost like black leather pants, and they kind of cuff around to her feet, so like the front of her toes are poking out. And then she has like small little bracelets. That's pretty much all she's wearing, plus the holster to her pistol.
So is she wearing both pistols or just
the one?
Okay.
Like her gun rifles against like the bed, well the wall in the corner, and the pistol one's hanging in a holster on the. I'm guessing the bed has railing.
Yeah.
Of some sort, so
Spindles.
it's hanging there, and then the backpack I would say would be against the railing of the bed.
Okay.
Like everything up there in her coat, everything's up there except for just her normal gear, like her under gear.
So for set, what I need to grab? I would assume the amber.
The amber has the soul. You have the wonders the figurines. I forget what we have of Satori.
The ring.
The ring. I think we had something else of his. Physically of his.
And the parapet of wound closure.
Yeah.
Necklace of wound closure. And you have his bag.
Yes.
I thought she had like a locket with like hair or something in it.
What you see,
All I remember was a necklace, though.
because she wears the parapet.
Okay.
So like if she did before any of this, I would say if Grievous wouldn't have if he would have like even put the dagger to the neck, the wound would have closed up.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't remember she has it on her.
Mm-hmm.
It here and there she does just sometimes an immediate kind of thing, like as
Yes.
players do. You kind of don't recognize it. It's there. It's just hanging there, like we do with our necklaces. They've been there so long we don't really think about it.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want the parapet, knowing that you may need that, it is around her. So
Yeah.
if you do require it, you could potentially ask her. She's probably not going to acknowledge, and you could just take it.
What I am going to do is, if I know what all I need to grab, which I believe you've had the discussion of what you've had is before, I'm going to go upstairs to grab that, because I'm making the decision. Sat is who is going to help you the
Are you
most
doing
right
this
now.
upstairs?
I'm grabbing the stuff and coming back down to you. Because if I need that necklace, I'm getting it off you.
You do need it.
Yeah. So I'm grabbing the stuff upstairs first, and then I'm coming back down. 'Cause I don't know if it says. Do I need a particular? Okay. Yeah, I'll take it. Alright. Because I have
You're
the
taking
diamond.
the necklace? You're taking the necklace?
I'm going to say, I'm going to like point to my neck and be like, I need this. And if you don't fight me on it, I'm just going to take it off of you.
She trusts you.
She
so
has two necklaces on her too.
You've you've been around her long enough when Satori was around and wasn't around to know
Yes, because I was around.
what's newer on her than isn't you. She's been around you long enough.
Yeah. Well, I think I would also recognize which one was around Satori and not
Unless
always
he had it tucked in. But then again, like I said, like it's the same thing as, again, she's been around you long enough.
Mm-hmm.
When you recognize something slightly different on a person, like not just what they wear as their emotions, you've noticed the necklaces. So you can see which one is which. They look very different.
Okay.
Because the other necklace she has is the... It's her father's necklace. So it's an older looking necklace, but it's a lawn stone. Lawn? Ion. It looks like an L, I'm sorry. Ion stone.
Okay. Alright. So,
You don't need components to cast this.
yes, I do.
No, you don't.
No, you don't,
It's a
because of the
magical
rod.
item. You're not not using the spell itself. You're using the spell from the rod. The rod is the catalyst.
Okay.
So you don't need any components from it. But just using the rod.
Okay, because I did have the gem if I needed it.
No, inspecting the rod has celestial runes on it that translate to the spells.
Okay.
So when you use it, when you're attuned to it, you gain that knowledge that it has to cast heal, or they're expending the magical power within the item. So you don't need components for it.
Okay. Would I just use the amber for his soul?
Amber has a soul in it, yeah.
Okay. And I don't need a piece of his like physical body or anything, right? Okay. Alright.
As long as you have something that was his, you can use it to bring him back.
Which you have the ring, so you probably take the ring off her finger too.
Yeah.
She has the necklace. You have the figurines are in the bag,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the amber. And you already know what the amber looks like. You've dealt with those things.
I was the one that gave it to you.
Yeah.
I was like, I know what the amber is because I gave it to you. Okay.
Two resurrections and a 9th level spell bring back anybody.
Okay. Is I'm just I think I'm gonna put everything in like kind of like a circle kind of deal. I would assume there's a table in the room.
Oh,
in
the one
room.
that the head's sitting on?
No.
You could just ask for a table. You know the ghost guy can
Well,
bring
what
it.
I mean is like if there's like a small table, I'll just put everything on there.
I mean, there's other rooms too. You don't have to do it in the bed room.
No, I'm not doing it. We're in the den room.
Oh,
I grabbed everything from the bedroom
She's doing
and
it
went
around
down.
her.
Yes.
Oh, you don't need that. You don't need a table.
Okay.
You can do it all on the floor.
Okay. Because it said that I needed to touch stuff, so I was like, okay. Is this gonna be a verbal thing? What do you...
It's not just...
Well, yeah, I know that.
No, that's what she's asking.
Well, that's... I'm asking if you're just gonna let me use the 5 charges and do it, or if you want me to, like, do a... or say something.
How are you gonna... You never casted this.
No, I
You're
have
not
not.
even high level. You're not even level enough to do it. So that's why I'm asking. How are you gonna pull this off?
Pretty much. I don't...
Probably why it's best to do it.
I completely forgot that he had this. Otherwise, I would have written something for it this week.
It does. It
I'm not gonna lie to
does
you.
use. I mean, it uses VOS. It uses verbal, semantic, and materials. It uses all 3. So it's a casting time of an hour. So to not do this, to have never done it before, how do you do it? In starting the ritual to cast this spell.
Use your imagination. Close your eyes. You are now Amari. You have the items in front of you in this rod.
Want me to set the mood? I have bones.
No.
Yeah, Chitterretter.
No, I mean honestly, this you do have bones at your disposal. Who is a death cleric?
Yeah. That's
Oh,
why
I meant like actual bones.
No, but to not. Again, you've received all your powers from divinity itself.
Yes.
This is something new to you that you have no idea.
Yeah.
So adding bones into this to ask her help because she is a cleric. She casts stuff like this. She has Revivify at her disposal.
I have it too, but I've only used it like twice. So
it's through prayer. It's basically how you guys do it. So how do you do it?
this requires me to write stuff down.
No, it doesn't.
I don't.
You want
She
to
doesn't
bring
like
a
winging
friend
it.
back.
Oh, no, it's just brain. Don't brain right now. Sorry. I'm trying.
Focus.
I'm focused. I'm just.
Focus.
You're thinking of bringing a friend back. How would you ask if you're doing it in prayer to bring a friend back?
Well, you're not just bringing a friend back, you're bringing a family member back.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you reach your goal through prayer? Because that's how you and a cleric get your spells, is through prayers. How do you do it based off you being a Dawn Father follower and anything else to bring this in?
I'm genuinely curious while she is thinking on the praying and the swooshing and the magic. What are you doing? Or is it just a big mystery? Or you just...
I think
Yes.
It's a big mystery.
It's a yes. This ain't gonna look pretty. It's gonna look scary.
What? What? What?
That's pretty good. Coming up with that on the spot. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
Can I give you inspiration?
No.
What? I just missed completely what just happened.
No, me and Marina brought this up because we tell this to a lot of people at the haunt, and it's an inside joke. We say focus.
Okay.
We use it as an acronym, meaning fuck off because you're stupid. We say that to people. We say that to people a lot. Go, hey, I need you to focus, and then we get what we're saying to the person because it's an inside joke that we use all the fucking time.
Yeah, I'm stealing that.
I forgot about that, honestly. I really
Right.
did.
She's told it to Timber so many times. I need you to focus, and then I'm like, and I'm like, yeah, that fits.
Both situations. Usually, anyway. So I'm gonna ask for your help, obviously, because I don't really know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Am I just starting it and then we're just kind of gonna?
It takes an hour to cast. So
Okay.
how do
Are you doing this off to the side, just so I'm knowing where I'm at? Are you doing this like in front of me, or are you like over there somewhere?
Well, the chair's next to the fire, and you're staring at the fire because that's where it's set. Because there's another chair there that duels into it like a lounge area, just sitting by a big.
I'm just getting
It's
a
kind
general,
of
like vibe.
Well, see, the thing is
We
I
can
was
find
kind
candles.
of. Well, we have like.
This way, I kind of know the like.
Well, what I was going to do is. 2, 3, 4.
The figurines.
And this one.
I know how I would do it.
Oh shit. How is this thing again? Hold on.
Bring us back Satori, the one.
Okay, listen. This is as a player from the player side. This is how
Yeah.
I would do
I
it.
completely forgot.
I would
It's
lay
one
the
of your-
pieces. Focus.
She's asking me a
Now
question.
y'all
if
know
it's
the
needed.
inside joke.
No, she was asking me a question as in, is this an item that's needed?
Yeah, I
No,
forgot.
no, listen. This is how I would do it. Okay. Don't use my words, but here's more of a guide for this. I would take the 5 pieces, the head, the arms, and the legs, straw them out like there, with the rod placing down in the center as the heart, and then starting the ritual casting, using the Dawn Father as your catalyst to pull the energy in, and then how you want him back for what reason. You gotta, when you do any type of resurrection, the soul has to be free and willing. So if the soul's not willing, you have to beckon the soul. So you also, this is a lot, because this falls very under I mean, like I said, this falls under Bones' preview because a lot of her spells are necromantic in session. So that's what it is. It is you are calling the soul to come to these pieces to generate its body and come to life. You have to beckon the soul. And the soul's not that far because it's in the goddamn realm.
Well, actually, we have a soul.
Correct. But you still have to beckon it to break it out of the
amber.
The amber itself, because the amber is spelled to trap it.
I'm really blanking on your character's name right now. What's going on?
Lucy?
Yeah.
What?
You carried me in your arms last night, and I booped you on the nose.
Listen,
you
I'm
fed me, and you don't even know my name anymore. What the fuck?
No, listen. It was a.
Who drank?
It was.
Okay, to be fair. to be fair. I'm throwing this out there. This is a boat table ship because it needs to go out there. You're saying that shit, okay? My job got brand new insurances. I took out a $20,000 life insurance on myself. Okay? Yeah. For under $5.
Nice.
Okay? And when the guy...
Bang.
No, stop. No, because Dan... Whoa. Before you throw that, okay? Because I'll give you something harder to throw. When the guy was there, he's like, okay, so who's the benefactor? I was like, my wife. He goes, what's her name? I was like, Marina. She goes, spell it. And I went, shit. He's like, Mr. Frank, please tell me you just said that. No.
I know how to spell.
Because I know if this goes through, and I tell her this story, she's going to invoke that clause right then and there.
You know this is still recording, right?
Yep.
That's okay. We love
She watches the video. She's
Frank's
over here.
last will and testament.
So,
You know what? I can't talk what she's gonna do to yourself.
It's not.
He's not wrong.
Look into it later.
Okay.
So that's what I'm getting. So, as guidelines of how I would do it there, and then start to beckon your deity for power. Where you get your power from, or your oath, because paladins get their abilities through their oath, not so much their gods that they are in. So you can use it however you want to as a starting point. Use your oath to it. You can use your deity for it. Bones can help you when casting it. Of how she would do it, because she is part of the matron. She knows death too well.
Am I dying? Sorry.
Stop it!
I don't know why.
I'm the only one allowed to die here.
You need a squad?
That's debatable, Viking.
I don't know why I'm dying.
After what I just said, I had a target on me, okay, dude? Because it's dollar signs, that's the problem.
I didn't even do anything that would make me do that. It's driving me nuts.
So how do you want to start it off? Bones can help you in it if she wants to.
I'm thinking. It's coming. I gotta write it down. I don't forget it.
On the spot, she can't do
No. I gotta write it down. I'm gonna forget. It won't just.
that. Let it come natural, man.
It comes out through here, and then I write it down because otherwise I forget.
Or you're gonna speak.
So you got Bones as hell. So in the meantime, as this ritual is being started, thoughts on what you're doing?
Yes. Fine. I will finally proceed to come out of my ring.
You know what? Give me a perception just out of the blue.
I really just forgot how to spell guide. God damn.
G-U-I-D-E.
I got it. I forgot the E. I just spelled Gwyn.
26.
Leaving your room, you feel something. Outer body, but because of what you've been through, the influence that a elder god had on you. You're starting to see a golden thread, or a thread, ethereal, start to shorn. Not so much a color, it doesn't have a color yet, but ethereal, starting to form, connecting the room, and it's good leading downstairs. But you feel that wave, like you've been in this situation before. This is the bridge starting to form between life and death itself. So I'd say your sixth sense is kicking on. So that's what you're feeling as soon as you open your door.
I'm gonna close the door. No,
He's
real
staying out of it.
Real seriousness, he's gonna close the door to see if it's like just out there, not in his little domain, or if it's permeating through the entire building now.
It's starting to.
Okay.
You close the door thinking it's just outside, but when you close it, you can start to feel that energy start pouring in out of nowhere. But like I said, it's very familiar to you. You know this bridge of life and death.
So stealth roll 29.
Okay.
I'm headed to the railing of the upper stairs and peering over it.
You see that thread that's going down and leading.
I can't see them from that.
No, because we're in the den.
No, because like
downstairs.
okay, so in contents of the actual house itself, the stairs are on a wall that lead up.
Okay, so it kind of overhangs.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you go down, and when you enter down the stairs, it's the main foyer. And then off to the left is the den where that thread is leading into.
Okay, so
all you can't see them, you can see that thread, and you can feel that energy get stronger. If you go downstairs, you'll more pinpoint where it is. If you follow.
With that, I am going to proceed downstairs, following this thread.
And with the stealth that high, nobody can see you. Nobody's passive needs that at all.
Okay. I think I got it. I think maybe. Possibly. Okay. Are you going to assist me?
You can see, if you're going down there, you can see them starting the
What was the
ritual.
one thing that he said that we
And
both
you
have?
know damn well,
Yeah, what?
those that are
The
helping
spell
preparation,
Revivify?
you
Yeah, I
know
don't have
that this is
Oh.
the bridge starting.
Mm-hmm.
At least
Okay.
I can't find it.
So if you need
Okay.
to enter, if you want to enter,
It might-
That's what I've been looking for the whole time.
Okay. Well, Revivify isn't really going to help right now for what we're trying to do. He just means
Okay.
like that you have brought life back to dead things
Okay,
before,
I
stuff like
didn't-
that.
You're
Okay.
helping her, like,
But-
maybe
yes.
this.
It might be on your list of spells that you don't have active right now, because whenever we do a long rest,
Yep.
you
As a
usually
sorcerer, I
swap
can
stuff
change
out.
on spells,
You're
right?
kind of like coaching her on like
As a sorcerer, I
Yeah.
can change
Yes.
on
any
spells.
movements or something that you use to
long,
help,
level
Yes.
Level up.
or how you say
Yeah,
it. So it
for ranger,
Sorcerer.
sorcerer, I
I
think it's
mean-
short. They can change them out short or long rest.
Hold on. Let me double check it.
Because I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't feel like opening up a book to tell you either.
she's showing me. She's like that. She's like her hands out like this.
No,
Okay.
that was me talking.
Pass to
Okay.
your other mother. Have her read.
She don't need to reach on that.
Sorry.
You want general. You want genuine
Yes.
info. You don't want to do it and then cast it and not give a response and go lose
Yeah.
Not. I was just like, hey, is this good? Do you think I should add to it or go with that?
Are you wording wrong? Kind of.
Yes.
reading?
More
She's good at
above
reading.
table assist?
I will play the I don't know anything anyway, but she's a really good proofreader, so she's the one assisting you anyway. So your
Yes.
assistant can
I'm
assist.
having a hard time reading. I am sorry.
That's why I was like, you might want to ask your mother.
Okay. So, spellcasters can only change prepared spells during a long rest. This applies to spell casting classes like clerics, druids, and wizards.
Sorry, no scratch out.
They can change their prepared list following a long rest. So I'm going to say yes, you can.
And then I got another line on the other page.
Because you do...
On the back.
I mean,
to the bottom.
Yes and no. Sorcerer, you have access to the Arcana itself. So you don't have access to all spells.
Yeah.
Like a wizard that keeps on adding to their
She
book.
scratched out my ass.
So
Oh,
that
it's
might not work in that sense, to tell you the truth.
Gotcha.
So I think that's only level up is when
Yeah,
you
it
can
was-
change your actual
Didn't
spells.
you read that?
Okay, then I will
So that means I
pull
got
off on that.
Is-
I
is-
couldn't
is good?
remember.
Okay. I was guessing.
I
Sorry.
have-
Woo!
Clerics,
Okay,
druids,
sorry.
paladins,
We're
and
good.
wizards can prepare their spells and change
What's-
their
Sorry?
spells on a long rest. Everybody else is through.
Maybe that's what was causing me to
level.
fucking.
Okay.
See, I'm just thinking of a normal way to do a ritual. Like the whole way, you know. Usual circle, chambers, you know.
So every long
Usually
rest you
the
can
little
change. So
diagram.
for those classes, so for cleric,
I made a little.
so for clerics, paladins, druids, and wizards, so you two, every long rest you can change your spells, but you can't change them back until the next long rest.
Yes,
Because you guys get your power from the divine.
I didn't
Wizards
know
get
that.
them from a book, because whatever spells that they write in their book of copying is how they get a bigger grimoire, as it were. There's somebody who can tap into, like rangers in there who have access to the arcane field side. They have to get theirs as they increase in experience. They get changed around their stuff.
Ergo, you level up, you change stuff.
Yes. So unless you're those 4 classes, you cannot change your shit around every rest. But doesn't mean that, once it's set for that long rest, they're set for that long rest until you take another long
So,
rest. to
question
change it around.
outside of game. Since she woke up and all this, unless we commence in about, will at some point she be able to just go ahead and switch her spells around? Since she literally just woke up. The cleric. That way I was asking just
So wait, what? What were you saying?
What? You're good.
Pointed at your thing.
Oh, I was just showing you my diagram. We're
You're
good.
good. Oh, you're good.
We're good. Okay. So, how I am setting it up, because I don't want to be, like standing in the middle on the off chance that's where his body shows up. I'm going to put the amber at the top and then kind of make like a little makeshift body thing on the other side. And then I'm going to have the staff and then touch the amber.
you in a row.
Huh?
Rod.
Yes, I am holding the rod. Touch amber. And then...
Hold on. That's too ritually. Never mind.
Okay.
I was thinking of.
You're good.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. Are you good?
I'm just a narrator, man.
Okay.
I don't have to. I don't have to
I
be
wasn't.
staring at
I wasn't
you for
sure
this
if
shit to
you
work.
were okay or if you were doing a thing. I wanted to
I'm
be sure.
doing multiple things right
Okay. Anyway. All right.
Good to me.
So anyway, so I'm going to hold the rod and put my hand on the amber and say, Satori, we have been adrift without your guidance. Lucy desperately needs you and misses you. Dawnfather, I ask for you to guide Sat's soul back to us so that we may once again bask in the light he once shared with us. This being's light is not ready to be extinguished. Please allow his light to shine once more. And then that was pretty much all I had for that part of the time.
So you cast it.
Hold on. Let me pull the thing back up because it moved. I'm sorry.
For what? For what?
The charges.
You're burning off fire, I know.
Yes.
And I know what she has to do at the end of this.
Yes.
She has to roll a d20.
Yes.
Or else it is destroyed.
Yes. Okay.
So you reach out.
Mm.
You feel the warm light of the Dawnfather hitting you. You also feel the powers of the threads of fate coming from all angles. Almost you can hear the faint caws of crows and ravens. And you feel this connection reach out. And you can see, as you're doing it, the items that you place down starting to glow, move, take shape. The ember cracks. You can feel this energy come out. You can see essence of the ember releasing from it and starts to form a ball of light. He's at the gate. Waiting.
Okay. Panic.
Go on. Just don't write anything down.
Okay.
You have to beckon it. It is at the door.
Uh-huh.
Because the powers to be are bringing it.
Plead your case.
So you don't know if the soul's full willing to come in. You just said you wanted the Dawnfather to help shed his light
Yes.
there. You're not beckoning Sat to come.
Sat, we have seen part of your story, and I know this is not how your story is meant to end. I see a different ending for you. Help me make it.
You start to see a faint outline of him. To where you can almost talk, but nothing's there.
The one who needs you most is Lucy. Your other self keeps taking and taking from her. She is cracking visibly. If you do nothing else, please come back for her.
How is this balance? I did wrong. I led her here. I led her fate here. I am
This
not
music.
worthy to return to her or to you or to this realm.
What do you achieve by not atoning for your actions? What do you gain being lost
Who says I'm lost?
to us?
It's judgment. I see that. I saw it when I met her. As I died. Scales tipping back and forth. I brought her on this path. But does she want me back? Do you need me back that much?
For what?
That's the obvious. He just said that. That's the most obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to remind you that's very obvious. Apologies.
I had a thing and then I lost it. That's why I was trying not to look.
Sorry.
I can't.
You're good.
Shut up.
I mean, those who are present can see this, can hear it. So they may need to interject to help.
If anybody wants to plead their case,
Okay, I didn't know
please
if it was
help
just
me.
a them thing.
I mean, this is your field of expertise, if you even want to call it that, Bugs. So you know more of this, but you know it's you being a cleric of death. You understand death itself. You know it is a hassle to come back, and it can extract a very heavy toll on the person you're bringing back. It hurts the soul. And it has to crawl. You have to call it because the soul, by context you're hearing, the soul doesn't sound like it's willing to come.
For context.
I'm trying to get you guys all to engage in what's happening here.
For context,
Because I don't really know what happened with Satori. Like, me.
You weren't yet. You weren't there, so you don't know anything about Satori. You know it's family-ish. It's a key for Grievous. So general context is you don't really know so much of Set, but you know how the souls work. You know how death comes back and all this stuff. So that's what I'm saying. That way, as context of a cleric of death, you know generally you have to try to pull the soul inward. So there could be something that Maury's not fully saying to get him to come, to plead them to come. You know, like when you do a seance and stuff like that too. In general, when you're doing a seance or playing, you know, the little spirit board game, you know, you need to beckon. You need to beckon the soul. You need to call who you can try to contact. She has him here. He's here. But the soul itself doesn't feel like he's willing. There's no big connection trying to pull him in.
I have personally seen judgments change.
So everybody has to shut up so I can do that.
You don't have to do it.
Physically,
I've been trying to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Every so often, she's doing it quietly but loud to hear. So whenever I'm like, it's more of a, you can hear it just enough. So obviously, even for our viewers, aren't going to hear it while everybody else is talking. When people talk low, they can't hear shit. I like everybody to hear that stuff.
If we wait like that, then it feels scripted. You need
It's
to
not.
interject.
I'm not yelling it. I'm trying to be as we say.
I'm not saying any of that.
I'm trying to be as we say in character and role play it. If I yell, she's not whispering like she was going to whisper. So
Well, I understand that, but we don't.
Stage whisper.
Yeah, we all know you're stage whispering. So just, if you need to interject.
I was trying, and then you were telling her something, and then telling her something. So I'm just like, oh, wait a second.
Things happen.
But anyway.
So go back to the last thing you were saying.
Okay. So what I was saying was I've personally watched judgments change. I have physically seen what happens to you change. What if your judgment is wrong? What if there are choices that can be made that change and sway that judgment? What if there's a different balance for you? You won't see that there.
Now, as she's saying this, setting the mood, the vegetable in the chair moves her head. She's all but like quiet and vegetative at the moment. You guys are, for context, they're that way?
We're kind of like behind.
you.
We're kind of, you're kind of here and we're kind of like off to the side
Okay.
behind you.
So you hear, because you don't see her face, obviously. It's like a whisper of obviously a crying voice. And it's just, I need you, Satori. Please. Come back. Please. Don't give up on me. I have been given up on you. I need you back. Come back to us. Please. And she's just... It's more like after that, it's just... She's more and more just saying, like, she really needs him right now. Like, so I would, without sounding like a broken record, over and over, she's just... It's becoming more and more of a broken voice. Like, we've all had that. You cry so much that you really can't speak words.
Mm-hmm.
Doing that, calling it, hearing that, you can see it more, but you hear it first before you see it. You hear that heartbeat sound. You can feel the energy come in and swear. One time you hear a roar of a lion, if not two. And the soul, the etherealness of the body starts to become bright, or brighter. Then you can start to see that heartbeat and see that ball of light that's there. And just start to see veins glow out of this ball of light. Then you start to see the muscles grow, then bones, now the skin, armor, hair, features start to come in. To the light fades. To nothing. And like a cocoon, threads start to wrap around this energy. And all you see right now is a massive cocoon in that ritual site. No other items. The rod's there. Maybe. Roll a d20.
Seven.
Cool. It's still there.
I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna cry if I lost it.
It's still there.
As long as you just had to roll anything but a natural one.
Yes. But we know my propensity to that, so...
Who's all still sitting there? Also still sitting there.
It's like, again, all that's there right now is a golden cocoon.
Nice.
And the hour has begun. The hour has begun.
Well, this is the hour. The hour is finished. You hear, you personally, and I would say Bones hears it too, the sounds of gates closing. The bridgeway between life and death is shut. So your knowledge of both life and death, the ritual took hold. And it worked. You guys sense that. You two sense it. You're more in tune to both those spectrums.
It went from moody Batman to silent cry looking in the fireplace now.
Where just dead silence fills the room. Tension. You can feel it. And just a golden cocoon and a steady heartbeat. You can just hear. You, being a sorcerer, can feel this presence of arcane. Both the paladin and the cleric can feel the divinity coming from this cocoon. So it does have both sides of arcane and divinity within it. It feels like it, but they're unfamiliar with who Sad is. Amari can feel his presence. Feels another presence of a divinity being here, yes. Lucy can hear the heartbeat. If she turns and looks, she sees a golden cocoon.
I don't think she's the right word for it. It's not scared. It's that you don't want to give up, like get your hopes up, like okay.
Intrepidation.
It's that like, am I hearing something again? Is this actually happening? Because good stuff keeps getting taken away, and she's like, I hear this, but is it gonna work? Like she wants it to. Like she was speaking truth. Like, but is it gonna work? Is he coming back?
Would I know how long it takes?
The casting of the spell itself is 1 hour.
No, like for the whole whatever the cocoon
For the cocoonage.
Because I don't know what that is about. Like me
Those are
for
threads of fate stitching itself back in.
yeah.
We gotta wait for his body to re-thread itself.
No, it's done.
Oh.
It's just
He's
in the
waiting.
metamorphosis of.
He's in metamorphosis, waiting to become a beautiful butterfly.
Okay.
damn you.
That's. And I was like, do we need to cut him out? Is it one of them?
Yeah, that's
You do
what I was
however
thinking.
you want. The spell okay. Casting the spell itself takes 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
You calling him, Lucy calling him, you praying.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that.
That's the hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All you see left is a golden cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
What you do from this point is on you.
Okay, because I didn't know if we just open it like a present,
You all see, okay,
or
you
we
all
wait
seen
for him
like
to
Van
hatch.
Helsing, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So like when,
Yeah.
Dracula thread, the whole Frankenstein being and the green energy is all in that cocoon, and you can feel it pulsating and breathing.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you see, except it's in a golden cocoon.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
So
I wasn't sure if he needed to cook a
Now
little bit.
above,
Yeah.
now listen, above tabletop, when you bring somebody back from resurrection, they're at a -4 to everything. It takes 4 days for them to fully recover.
Even with like lesser restoration or anything like that?
You can't change this. This is bringing back somebody from the dead. They suffer. Only true resurrection will bring them back with no penalties. Resurrection can restore a complete body.
But they
It will regrow a body as long as you have parts of it. And you guys do in a sense. But they suffer a -4. It takes them 4 more days to fully recover.
Okay. Because I didn't know if we had to open it up like a present, or if he was just gonna come out on his own.
she
at
kind
one
of like
point.
reaches her arm back, like out of in and out, and just reaches like more.
I'm gonna be struggling a little bit, but I'm gonna walk over to you. And I'm taking your hand.
Shaking,
Yeah.
like really bad. What's going on? I don't even know what. I'm scared.
At this point, I'm going to walk forwards
Should I cut him out?
from
Don't touch him.
my
Get shot.
stealth and walk up right to it, put my hand on it.
I'm not the one getting shot. I'm walking away.
Don't touch him.
Flashes come to you in your mind. Phasings of the moon, of the sun, as if they are one with inside.
Actually, would I hear his footsteps after he's out of stealth?
Well, he said he was stealthing up to it.
Yeah.
No,
No.
he said he's walking.
No, he said he's walking
Oh.
up to. He got out of stealth and walked up to. And
Oh,
touched
okay.
Well, it depends how far away he was from it. So, I mean, you could hear the foot. You could probably hear the footfalls, but not. Roll perception. Let's put that way. Roll deception.
19 plus 10. So 29.
Or roll a stealth again. Whatever.
That's a 30.
So, I mean, faintly you could hear the faint footfalls of, I'd say, of something because it's down. I mean, 1 point difference.
But I'm kind of standing in front of you, though, right now, too.
So you can see another shadow, and you can feel, I'd say you feel a presence of another shadow, but to Nell, you rapidly see days go by as if sun and moon are changing rapidly. Similar feeling to a star being born.
She slowly turns her head, and as whatever you're looking like right now with your hand on it yells, "Get the fuck off of him!"
As you look at him,
So we're letting him cook.
there are no weapons. He has no armor on. He is in plain clothes.
Him or
When she says that, do you immediately take your hand off, or your hand's still on it?
My hand's still on it.
You see it first around your hand with that voice. With Lucy's tone, you see it first, then you feel it. Something that's new but rare for you to see. Like a anomaly that doesn't really happen so much in the stars. You've heard about it. Seeing is a different thing. You've seen when clerics use their fire. This isn't fire in the sense of divinity. This is moon fire. And it engulfs where you touch and is starting to engulf the cocoon. Till it crumbles and cracks. And not so much explodes, but that burst you feel as the threads shatter past you. And you see that moon, that light blue flames cook up like the moon fire itself, a little bit of purple hues into it. And it's a being very similar to you.
She would probably let go at that point, especially as it's starting to crack and it's bursting. And at first I'm assuming that she wouldn't know what that means since his touch and you didn't let go. It's almost like a panic, and she runs stumblishly, kind of stumbling towards to try to push you off. She doesn't know what's going on, so in assumption you're burning this. She doesn't know. You're a spellcaster.
Yeah, this is a rarity for you to see. And within the fire, because as Lucy's running off the chair, turning around, and the entity is looking directly towards you because you're the one touching it. The eyes open up and it's a moon flare that also changes to stars within the eyes. And then the color comes. One blue, one green. And it's an astral elf.
I didn't expect to meet another of my kind here.
She kind of falls to the knees, he's actually there.
And they're in normal clothes and robes. No armor. Weapons, yes.
Can I roll an insight?
For what were you trying to do?
Her. The way she's acting. I don't know who this is.
I,
Or even passive insight.
Not so much that. I mean, if Lucy's full on running towards him and being defensive about it, this is family to her. To have Amari say what she said as acting for guidance, this, I would say from a soldier standpoint, even Ryu can feel it. From a soldier standpoint, this is like a general. This is a high-ranking military person who is not so much in the military sense, but like how you sought guidance, how Ryu talks to Fizbin for guidance. This is guidance.
Never really made a joke. I'll tell you about
This
later.
is somebody who is just as old as he is.
Where
Okay.
are you in relation?
I
Are
would
you,
say
like-
where she would have probably stumbled as he like appeared. If he's like facing you like this, sorry, context. She'd probably be like right behind, like from me to Liz. She's that close to Satori as she falls and sees that he's actually there. The cocoon didn't just burst and you didn't destroy it. He's actually there. And as you're trying to slowly gauge this, she starts to cry again and just says, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. It's all my fault.
Saying that in general,
I'm trying to.
It's a Satori.
Turning around, I'm going to help you to your feet.
Don't do anything cool. I don't deserve it. It's my fault. He was gone. And he's back. It's my fault he was gone in the first place.
ish.
You feel like you betrayed him.
Yes.
Question.
Answer.
Does what's his name?
Satori.
Satori.
Satori recognize anything? Or is he like one of those where like he just came back from the dead, has no idea what the fuck's going on? Okay.
He's
Fuck.
actually rolling insight.
I was above table, but okay. 12.
You don't have a plus to it?
Oh wait, sorry. Damn. 22.
Damn!
Good job.
You're welcome.
The
My brain's not here.
from the death domain, it takes a minute for the soul to come back, to gain its memories back, to gain the point of origin back of when it died, trying to process its death again, to understand why he died, what he did, trying to get all those memories back. Because the Raven Queen takes memories away. Same concept. You're feeling that judgment start to trickle back in. So it's jumbled when a soul comes back at first. So it takes a minute. Not like a long, but it takes a moment or two
Okay.
for the memories to reallocate themselves.
Because I didn't know if this was like I forget which movie it was from, but like where they wake up coming back from death and they just like freak the fuck out and start fighting people, that kind of thing.
No.
It's fine. I'm cool.
That would be
Well, I
even
mean,
more trauma.
you don't know yet.
I just gave him
With
ideas.
that roll, it's the in-between of fight and fright.
Okay.
He's trying to ascertain what's going on right now. He's trying, the memories are coming back. Same thing. Same thing when you actually resuscitate somebody in real life. They're like,
Yeah.
and it instantly sparks. That's what's happening. You don't know. He has no armor, but he's engulfed in flame. The flames are starting to subside. It's showing weapons on him, but it's not showing armor on him. You guys who know Sat, you know he can go into the arcane if he needs to. And quick motion, as we set it there, stars start to film around him. Very similar to what you can do. As if he is trying to starlight step out and away from everybody, because he's right now nothing's clicking yet. It's all in a blender right now, trying to sort itself out. So he's in a panic mode right now, so he's going to starlight step.
Zat, chill.
I would say he'd probably feel a reminiscence like Tug. He's wearing his like robes, so she kind of like reaches out and then slowly tries to grab. Being because he's used this multiple times, multiple-ish.
As soon as it even happens, when you grab him, about 20 feet away from you, and then the stars subside, and he is fully here. And he's just looking. Almost defensively, because when he forms back, his...
Yeah.
He has a small, like, what looks to be a dagger on his hip that he's grabbing for, and a heavy sword on the back. A great sword, you know. If he's grabbing for one of them, he's just in defensive, ready to go.
No one means you harm Satori.
What did you call me?
Satori.
I know that name.
What's your name? Do you remember who I am? Oh God!
I'm gonna
serious to.
I'm going to move to kind of stand beside you, just in case something happens. I'm not like moving forward or like doing anything. It's more just getting into his visual view so that there's like somebody else.
What languages is he speaking in?
Good question. He speaks
Draconic,
Sylvan and Elven, I think.
Abyssal, Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Infernal.
Oh. Damn. I thought you spoke
He's highly intelligent. He's more intelligent and strength based than anything. Okay, he looks smart.
Oh, again, it's another.
He has an average intelligence. His charisma is high.
Damn.
Oh, great. Hey, it's another trend.
He could talk you out of thinking that he knows things, and you just like, oh, okay.
He's good for that.
Yeah. He hopes you think he knows what he knows.
As he grooves back and he sees that.
Seeing that he's an astral elf, I'm going to speak out in Celestial. Be at ease. None of us mean you harm. Want me to roll a persuasion?
He hears that and clocks because he doesn't even know who the hell you are.
Draconic, check your weapon, soldier.
Is he even a soldier?
Immediately, that arm drops. And in the blink of an eye, that sword is at your throat.
Eee.
Wait, Sat, are we really going to do this again?
Enough.
Bro just came back and you're already picking a fight with him?
Soldier, I am not.
Is he still speaking Draconic? Or is he speaking back?
I'm speaking Draconic back. Soldier, I am not. Vengeance, I am.
That's the set I remember.
I remember. I know who you are. Why did you bring me back?
We need you. I still need you.
You don't need me. You think you do.
We need you here.
You are capable of doing a lot of things.
You are one of the key pieces that helps turn this tide.
It's possible. That is up to fate. Anything can change in that aspect.
So you're saying you wish to have stayed dead?
This could be fate bringing me back. But do you really need me? Or are you just scared?
Both.
Why are you scared?
Because I feel like I keep doing the wrong things for the right reasons, and the right things for the wrong reasons. To stop someone, there's consequences. To not stop someone, there's still consequences. I have lives on my hands for trying to stop someone.
Isn't that to everything?
That's to everything, yes.
So decisions are your own making. So how do you deem if it's wrong or right? Everything you did led up to this point. So fate brought me here. You called out. I'm here. When I see him, I will interact and unleash. And you see that sword at your throat glow with so much divinity at it. I will smite him. And he gives that grin that scares you, because that's a grin Grievous gives.
What was that reaction?
Did we fuck up?
He's very angry.
He is the embodiment of the oath of vengeance right now.
He just turned into Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
No.
No, he's Satori the Grievous Slayer.
The freaking blade.
And you see him kind of look at his clothes and go, and he takes his jacket and flax it, and a chain shirt appears. Better.
What all do you know?
Just I know I took out a demon.
I need to show you something. And she leads him to the box. And she looks away. The consequences of me stopping him. He says there will be more.
I'm gonna make a really bad joke. I'm so sorry.
If I do not give him the gift back, he will gift me more.
He's fueled by rage of what's happened in our lives.
Damn, this music.
He went down a wrong path. Possibly. But in him, it's the right path. To save.
He thinks everything, as his words were, for a better justice, better than Bahamut, more Excuse me.
That's catching. I'm sorry.
I don't see justice with any decision he's made. Maybe in his eyes he thinks that it's more, but I see it as the opposite. For his actions were not what most would see as justice.
Like how there's a heartbeat right now.
I know.
I know.
You should have had that earlier. Anyway.
It's a little off topic, but it's there.
No, not yet. You
But
leave
it
your
doesn't mean that his justice is wrong. Doesn't mean that at all. There's a lot of things that it can be.
Everybody's point of view on justice can be different, I know. But
But
how
it's to
he-
the same degree. Bahamut did
terrible
forsake.
things.
He forsaken us. I was his champion. I became a paragon to the world. Known by a title that wasn't my making. But it's my style. It's our style. Bahamut's real. The gods are real.
I know. But I'm so confused and so angry
If
on what he means by this. This is why.
here's his justice. What justice do you exact to save your soul by bringing me here? You think it will help you? You think I can help you destroy it?
I think you can help stop him.
What if I don't want to?
Then it is of your own volition.
I know what he did. I know what Bahamut did to us, to me, to him.
But if he wants to bring about a better justice, why is he doing it the way he's doing it?
Because Bahamut promised that he will show us a way to bring back our father, to restore our tribe, our village. No promises. I thought he ignored me. And he takes a breath and he lets go. And draconic wings appear. And his hands are dragon-like. Long fingernails. He starts to grow fangs. His hair starts to get more pointed and wild. And I became this. Hopefully he heard me that time. This is different than a dragonborn. This is human-esque because he's an elf. But he has the embodiment of a dragon. He has wings, he has fangs, he is half dragon by divine right. Then he's anything.
I get that anger. I do. But what I'm asking is if he wants to pave a better justice, prove Bahamut wrong, be better than him, then why does he do it the way he's doing it? And let me finish on, from what I've heard from Father, what I've heard from snippets even from you, from Rue, V, Al, when the call to aid Vecna, you side with him whenever the rally calls, or you're dead. But if you are sided with him, you can either ignore it or you fight, no questions asked. And if you side with him, your family is safe. Cool. But innocents are slaughtered, families are turned to batteries to bring Vecna through, if he wants to be this god, why does he need Vecna to come through to do this? Why didn't he just go after the Scroll of Seeding like he already did? Vecna didn't come through and he went for the Scroll of Seeding. The Raven Queen let him have it. He talked his way into that. And if that was fine, he didn't need Vecna. So why is he doing this? Why did he torture me? Why was I nearly killed? Why do I have to go through this? Why does everybody else have to go through this for this better justice than Bahamut?
You're telling me you still don't know?
Why?
Because you are him.
How am I? Who?
He goes and he lays his hand on your shoulder, and there is a glow inside of you. A brand forms.
What brand?
Soul Tether.
You are the portal.
Oh, so I have to die.
No.
You
Not Harry Potter, goddammit.
No.
No.
I was like,
You are the conduit to
Yeah.
bring Vecna through.
No.
No?
You are Grievous' failsafe.
for what? Why am I a failsafe?
If he dies, his essence goes to you.
So he just continues to live.
His mission, right? Not him.
If he wanted a better justice, we all...
You were a sacrifice gone wrong.
Damn.
You were newborn. Your soul is pure. That is one of the ingredients for the rites of seeding to ascend. Thanks to a certain someone, you were pushed out and hidden because we saw the truth. And a lot of people played their part and could have perished for that. So you being alive now has stopped that. Because you are not a pure soul of a newborn anymore. So he needs to find others. We were supposed, and he probably found it. A sword of souls.
He has it.
Mm-hmm.
He offered it to the Raven Queen.
Because I used it on the cat. To bring back its true essence as a demon.
Mm-hmm.
To prove a point. Was he fated to die? No. Not at all. That was my justice because I couldn't let devilry in. But what, as he looks around the room, what would you do if you're trying to save a parent, a brother, a sister? What lengths would you go to get them back?
Apparently destroy the world.
Don't take it from his context. Take it from yours. What would you do if you were in his situation? What ends of the cosmos would you do? Would you move heaven and earth to bring them back?
I would find someone with power.
As he
True.
reaches his hand in his box, would you move heaven and earth to bring them back?
Yes and no.
It's not that simple.
It is, if it means by the means of bringing them back.
Would you bring them back? Yes or no?
Yes and no. It is not that cut and dry.
He is literally dangling her fucking head in front of you.
Put.
That's
Would
why she's
Head down.
bring her back?
Yes.
Problem solved, isn't it?
No.
Yes. You would go to the lengths of the world.
You
to
asked
bring
me,
them-
would I bring her back? I said yes. That was a yes to that. I said I would find means. Yes. Would I go and find some ooga booga out there, some boogeyman, some evil villain to bring it back? No. If I knew the means of bringing my mother back in a way that she would not see fit, would I know that would anger her on the length I did to bring her back, disappoint her? Would I do it? No. If you brought your father back by a means that would upset him and disappoint in him to you, would he want to look you eye to eye just because you brought him back? Possibly not. You would, yay, he's back, great. Now he doesn't want to talk to you. He exists. Great for you. But is he gonna want to? Would he want to speak with you? I'm meaning that even for Grievous. If I brought her back in a means, in a way, my mother's back. Great. Did I ever actually get to talk to her? No. But I've heard stories of her. And if I went to find Vecna or somebody else to bring her back, she'd probably never speak to me again. She would be very disappointed in me. I do not wish to bring someone back just to bring them back.
You don't know the stories, then.
Of how his father died, your father died.
You don't know the lengths he went to. We went to.
We haven't gotten that far.
I only see what he has done. And from the beginning of how it happened, how you spoke of how your father died.
You saw the downfall. The start of questioning. Here is the more in-depth in that book. I tried to heal him
And instead you inflicted.
because Bahamut came to me first. In a group full of elves, we need to worship the Archheart or I'm gonna mispronounce his name. Corellian, I believe. Don't hold me to it. Pretty much the god of elves. In all elven community, it means not being elf to begin with. And looking at him now with you guys there, especially with Nell and Ryu, even Amari, he's not showing like close looking at him. He's not an astral elf. He's not a dragon. He's not celestial. He's all three.
Yeah.
That's looking into it. You've never seen him in a dragon form. You've
No.
seen him summon.
But also at the same time, I kind of know that feeling now that I have both sets of wings.
He's shown all three sides. And he's had this his whole life. He couldn't understand it. How he can possess the abilities of a elf, of a dragon, of a celestial. But I went to all lengths to bring him back because he took me in. That tribe hated me. I was an outcast. I didn't belong.
They discriminated against. discriminated against you.
Dude,
I remember
fuck that
you
all.
telling me.
They do that. Any tribe who's fully engulfed in that community follow that path. It is their way of life. So I couldn't learn their ways. I couldn't learn how to wield certain weapons. So I found a rusty old sword. And you can see by the looks of it that's still around your throat is that rusty sword.
Dang, man's got arm strength for days.
No, it's floating with nobody touching it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she thought he was just doing this.
Yeah. I was about to be like, somebody's having a really good arm day.
No, this is a dancing sword.
Oh, okay,
What
gotcha.
did you say to him?
He's like,
he said at ease.
he's like, at ease, soldier, and he's like, I'm not a soldier.
He's like,
Yeah.
But this is him. I learned to wield the strongest thing to have people fear me. I got the strength to wield this weapon. And he kind of wings it back and he clutches it with one hand. That's the strength he has.
Monkey grip.
To where a greatsword is a two-handed weapon, he can wield it one-handedly. And I got good at it. He whips out the other one.
His father's sword? Well, the sword was his father.
And he connects them. And he twirls it in one hand. An 80-pound weapon combined. He's doing it
playing with it like it's a pin.
like it's a baton.
You said Bahamut came to you first.
I heard his calling.
So you
In the
reached out a
woods.
hand saying that he would help you.
He would help guide me. Because of the anger I had. The fear I wanted to extract to that village that tortured, that hurt me.
You wanted them to feel how you felt.
I wanted them to pain and suffer.
Like you did, but worse.
To know what it's felt like. To take on one of their own. Because I was chief. I was the heir to the village. Being raised under the chief himself.
And
Under
they
the
didn't
tribal
acknowledge you.
leader, if you want to call it that. No, they didn't acknowledge me. Not at all. It wasn't until all hell broke loose and a pack of trolls, goblins, bugbears came. Just because they were walking through, they saw our village, it's like, hey, let's plunder it. And I tried to warn them, and I said, these people took me in. This is my home. And I defended them. Those who survived knew who I was. They knew that I was trying to save them. And I became acknowledged and accepted. But only in the moment of need. Like now.
So you feel like you were only needed now is that what you're feeling is going on here? You were called upon just now because we need you?
Because you needed me in a moment of pain and suffering.
Since you were gone, I've been trying to find a way to bring you back. Not just because I'm in pain now.
But you are? Are you not?
I am in pain, yes.
Who's the other voice? The other voice you hear in your head.
Bahamut.
No, it's not. Who's the other one?
But, well, later on, yes. Currently, no. Back then, Bahamut, and I left them. When the villagers accepted me, I told them to Bugger off.
It's not the question I asked.
You said what voice? Bahamut called me all the way. I'm trying to tell you the other book. The one that you're so far behind on.
What happened after your comrades were buried on that hill?
I sat there for a while. Years. Becoming a hermit. Not caring. Beckoning every day for Bahamut to answer me.
And you didn't.
No. So I set out on myself. Found a new group of friends or allies to help me uncover how to become a dragon.
What happened?
I became it. Seeking his approval to get his... for him to answer. Nothing. Nothing. And I heard another voice saying that he is forgotten, forsaken, flat out doesn't care, and that this person would help me extract vengeance on him.
The God of Lies. Wouldn't you think that's kind of fitting that he told you that?
Asmodeus is the God of lies. He is the God of secrets. Secrets he knows.
Wasn't I told before the Vecna is lies and secrets? So, lies?
He blurs the line with lies and secrets because Asmodeus does it too. He's the king of lies.
But wouldn't someone telling you a lie, someone notorious for that, whether there's secrets and lies?
All I wanted was for him to acknowledge me. And I became a dragon. I became a paragon, followed in his footsteps after the fact. Became what they deemed me as a title as a three-winged one.
Some people see their gods, not completely, but as almost like a parental unit, but not. Sometimes they have to let you fly the nest and do for yourself and watch over you and hope for the best. Not be there for every nook and cranny of the way. Perhaps he was watching there with you on your path. He didn't want to answer right away. He wanted you to make the right choices for yourself. And as he didn't answer, hoping you would understand, perhaps, I'm only guessing. And then you got angry, like you would at a parent, or a parental figure or a guardian, and swatted his hand away and said, since they didn't give you the answer you wanted right away, went to the next person while they're like, they don't care about you. I'll take care of you. Why not? They said fuck you. They didn't say that, but they said fuck you. And you're like, they said that. Fuck them back. I'm going with you now because you said something about them. Now I'm going to go over here and listen to what you have to say. He's possibly still watching you and hoping you still turn the tide on this. But you're not sure yet. He could still very well be watching and hoping you still know what to do. And he's still in your corner. Believe it or not. You didn't have every answer for me, but yet you were still there in the corner for me, right? Every little mistake I made, you were still there. You were always there to tell me what I should and shouldn't do every single time. What if he was doing the same? What if he's still doing the same? Sometimes he might not be able to answer, and other times he's hoping you know. But if you've forsaken him, maybe he himself is hurt and hoping you wish for him back. That could very well be true. He may still want you back, even after you pushed and slapped his hand away and told him to fuck off and listen to someone that tells lies. With secrets, but lies. What if that is true?
You've not been abandoned.
You don't know that.
We don't know.
We're going to take a break.
Is the dragon God listening?
Hey guys, Frank from the D20 Misfits here, the Dungeon Master of this campaign of Curse of Shadows, Curse of Strahd. Wanted to give a shout out to Dubby, our sponsor for this length, and probably for future. So shout out to Dubby there. You can pick up their lovely containers. And Dubby is an energy drink that has no jitters, no crash, helps you focus with a patented version of Neuro Factor. Same caffeine as though as a 2 cups of coffee could be what it is. This shit works. I'm not just saying that because everybody says, this shit's a scam. No, fuck you. This shit's legit. So, Dubby, kudos, dude. I literally, and I'm not trying to bash fucking other energy drinks, but I'm a firm believer and supporter of Monster, and you made me change. So, kudos to that. So you can check out Dubby at WEnergydrink.com. You can check out all those stuff. We have a whole bunch of different flavors, different cups. They just released a new shaker that is black and green that says W on it, and it is the purchase of the cup. They plant a tree. And for that. They do have a lot of flavors. Some of the flavors are a little on the naming is kind of cool. I mean, you got Pink Sludge, Galaxy Grenade, Dragonade, which is what we have at the moment. And it's decent energy. It works. So I've had no complaints about it. I'm not that hyper. I just think sugar and this. It's kind of bad. So, you can check out them, and at purchase, use our code D20 Misfits 10 to get 10% off your orders and any future orders. So, W, thanks for the sponsor, and hope to continue to grow with you as all adventure goes on.
Or has he forsaken?
Something like that.
And welcome back. So, Kalani, or Jesus.
Kalon's dead.
Listen,
Shut
okay,
up.
we all talking about
Still
on the
too
break.
soon.
We're all talking like, you know,
Hey, don't lose your head now.
characters and shit like that. Goddamn.
Stop.
So,
I did it for you.
you guys brought back Seth. You are talking to him. You're trying to see reason, gain context from the books. So, looking around, you know, after you talk to him,
She ain't done yet, but yeah.
well, I get that.
That's, you know, what I'm saying.
Yeah, I guess so.
Just talking to him, and you know, he's just in that blank stare when you were saying it.
Maybe when we leave here, try to reach out to him again. I don't think he's done watching you. I think he's still watching.
I'm not speaking as far as me.
You're speaking of grief.
Me now in this, I am aware of what it is. I know he hasn't done it because that's how I'm back to begin with. Something you don't know. Something you've maybe have seen.
But continue. Please.
How Grievous has a failsafe within you. Another one had a failsafe within me. And he flexes his wings and they whip back and then they whip forward again and they are platinum.
If I remember correctly, she knows it Belverix?
Some who have seen that vision.
No, because I think it was mentioned before that a part of like Belverix helped with. Okay.
That was the changing that split the soul in two. That was my third death. But yes, that person who is literally an embodiment of him, and I'm more jealous of him, brought me back, so I know Bahamut did not give up on me. When I talk to me in the contents of who I am, that's the path that currently he is on. To let his emotions run wild. To come to the first divinity that calls out, regardless of where they come from, who they are. Betrayer, prime, elder, lesser.
He wants someone to hear him.
Someone answered back. That's the problem. And he took the first one who answered back. Yes, is it a lich? In my mind, I would accept it. I would have let him in too. He's a lich. He's the lich. He knows about death and resurrection. Revive. Like it's water to wine. Like it's a simple lighting a gas lamp. Striking a match, it's that simple to him. So letting a Lich King come in to get that power to ascend when he's the first to do it? Yeah, go to the source. Go to the source, maybe that will hear Bahamut's call. Maybe he'll actually come down and listen. So I would do the same thing. If I was in his shoes to repeat the process, I'd do the same damn thing. Go to the source.
Is this still one of his goals? Is to bring his father and his village back? that you're aware of?
Currently, I have no idea.
Is there an inkling?
That was our goal, was to find the ways to get it back, and that was following through Bahamut. But, again, we died multiple times. We both had people betray us. As you the book details it. He was betrayed the first time. Hence, that's what Sparta was doing.
Sparta?
Not Sparta. Legos.
Sparta just went dumb.
Sorry. Same thing with, in the second book, he was betrayed more times by his group because he wanted to be immortal, and they saw that as a bad thing, not as a good thing. I had so much pride in being the paragon, being a champion of the King of the Skies, King of Dragons, the most powerful force on this world. A reckoning. Respectful, to be justice reincarnate under him. Yes, they saw that as bad. My companions before the first. So did I go with the first person who answered, who could do it? Did I know who it is? Yes. Did I still let him in anyway? Absolutely. Because I don't care about them. I don't care that Vecna is a betrayer, an evil god. Care. But he's the only one who has knowledge of that, of becoming, of ascending into divinity. I was just strong. I had the power of dragons. I had the power of the arcane. I had the power of divinity behind me.
And what his team members, crew, never even asked him. They just didn't like it, didn't have a good inkling, and just struck him down. Didn't even ask why he wants his power, what could it do. They just...
Because they saw him, instead of asking truly what he was, what he wanted to do, what was his goal, they immediately saw it as an evil threat. And they did this. And they killed him. Me. Again. In less than 10 minutes. They did it. Assassins from another world. Snuffed out our light like it was wind to a flame. So yes, do I want to have that to where I don't have to back down like that? Yes. Do I know his goals now? He wants to ascend to take Bahamut's place. Is that so right?
Part of me wonders if he had heard before the same way as what I asked you of Bahamut. Before this, before all of this. You knew his mindset then. Do you think he would have listened? Potentially? The way I asked it of you? That he wasn't gonna always be there to hold his hand, but he was watching, hoping he would make the right choices.
Possibly.
Do you still think that there's hope that he'll listen, even an inkling?
Yeah. If madness hasn't drove him. The power of this, I'm familiar with. The power that you used to bring me back, I am all but familiar with. To being back once, twice, 3 times.
It can cause madness.
It's not so much madness, it's the mental strain on the soul.
Mm-hmm.
That will cause it to break. Is it because of how he died? How we died? Yes. That's one way.
Because
Madness
every time no
drove
listen.
him, betraying his friends, betraying his only companions, our only companions.
Were
These.
you were then still part of him when he was party members to my father and his crew? Did he ever
I share those memories with him.
Did he ever see them as actual friends, party, or was it a means to an end? From what I saw, they thought that he was a friend before, to my father, he changed.
How much of that story do you know?
From what I know, I've heard 2 sides. There were locks and keys. They were allied.
Those pieces, the locks and keys, are true. Because they are points to unlock the divine gate to bring him in. To meet our goal of learning from him
So when they
how
did
to
want to fight
ascend.
with him,
Because who else can we go to talk about it?
so he saw that they betrayed him when they didn't want to bring Vecna through in the end.
People thought that. And when they heard Vecna's name, it's, oh my gosh, this evil lich! Rain and ruin come. I wanted it for knowledge. Knowledge. I was going to send him right back.
What if it didn't work?
He's the only one who knows. There's no one else know. I just now learned of it. Based on where we're at. She still kept it.
But I think some of them were afraid that even if you did, he wasn't going to be able to be put back.
The rites of seeding was lost. Stricken from history. Because she did it. And he points to Bones.
Who did it?
What did I do?
Not you in
Yeah,
general.
no.
You're
Not you. Who you serve. She stricken from history. Basing on where we're at, he found that out. So calling Vecna now is a mistake. Because now the ritual. Because now he has it. Cool. But during the time with your parents and those friends and those allies, they helped him achieve his goal because they understood what it meant. Some went for power. Some allied him for that, for power. Some for wealth. Some for renown. Glory. To have a person again prove that you could ascend. be their acolytes from the gate in getting this power. If one of you had this potential, would you stick with that person for fame and glory? If one of you in this group had that possession right now to become a deity, would you stay with them? Thinking that you can get power and glory once they ascended? You'd be protected for life. Your children, your children's children would be under his protection, under their protection, if they go into ascend. I would do that in a heartbeat. I would stay with that. That's what my companions did. My true friends helped me meet my goal.
Then why did they stop? Were they afraid?
That's for them to decide. I'm telling you, I don't. To me, probably they were afraid. Because we're bringing a lich god in. A mortal who became a lich, who became a god. Never seen before happen.
From the perspective I got, it was up until the end. They did for their combat. And some feared that once he comes through, the seeds of doubt felt like Pandora's box. Sure, we opened the lid, but can we put Pandora back in the box once we get what we need? Or do we just destroy the world? For some knowledge. I think that's when the fear seeped in.
You gotta tempt. How else will you get a god to come down here if not to give them the gratification of their goal? Vecna wanted to change the world. Make him high supreme god. To reshape the universe in his eyes. Would that reverse a lot of things? Probably. Yes.
Do you agree with what he would do?
No. Why destroy all the gods? Just for you to be the sole supreme entity of everybody. Why? There's no point in that. That is too much self-righteousness. That is beyond madness.
And did you agree with that before you became you?
No. But I knew that was my only hope, was to talk to him. If it's to bring him down here, to entice his power, to change the world, to leave me the fuck alone if I ascend, to help me take on Bahamut and give me the power of ascension, cool. That was the deal. That was the deal. To entice him, to come down here, let him rule, and let me keep a slither of being a lesser god under him, under true justice, and let me be your light to his shadow. Balance has to be maintained. You cannot have light without dark. The world will go into chaos. And that was agreed. I was the light, he was the shadow. That way he always had to feel threatened. Did he know that I was going to trick him once I got the information? No. Probably still don't. Why else do you think everybody didn't fight back and succumbed to it and submitted themselves to me? It wasn't until Belverix that snapped me out. That made me made Satori, that split the coin, did I now realize Bahamut was the way, not him. But I have to honor the pact because I'm still mortal. He is a god.
You can still see memories. Correct.
I still have those memories up till
No.
that point.
Well, I believe Satori was the one that was able to also, like, see.
No, Grievous could see through him. Zack cannot see through Grievous.
No. Others. Like, I can see. Does he know that ability? Because I thought he did.
You're
He's
talking
done it
about... yeah.
Because I know Kalan's done it, but I believe
Kalan
Satori's done it too.
had it a lot. Yeah. He still has it.
Then-
In code thoughts and modify memory, he still has it.
There is something needed done. You are needed. But I need you to see what I have seen. The good side, the good ending to this all. But I need you to see it. Do you remember the ending you mentioned? Like how they merge and all that shit? Like how you mentioned? She's wanting him to see that.
He's too weak to do
Well, she
that. At
doesn't
the
mean
moment.
literally right now.
Right. No, at the moment he's too weak to do it.
But for now, until we are to leave, relax. There's a hot spring over there. And then perhaps while we travel for a bit, you can rest and recuperate with the Red King, whatever the fuck his name is again.
Crimson.
Crimson King. Recuperate. Get your strength back. I have books. He has books now. Some are very entertaining and some are not so entertaining in a lighthearted fashion.
And downstairs, you can just rent a room.
There is a stop I have to make before we
don't-
leave.
I don't know he's interested in that kind of relaxation.
Why don't you give
But-
him a night with Cookie?
No, he's never allowed to touch Cookie. Cookie's never allowed to touch that.
I don't think I
He wants you to sleep with a troll. We paid a troll to sleep with him, and he.
I thought
You're
she was an
still-
ogre.
You're still here?
I thought it was an ogre.
But
It was an after you.
for you, while you recuperate here until we leave, there is a.
And unlimited drinks.
I don't know
At
your
the
name
bar.
again. What was your name? Spirit person.
The butler and
the
everything.
butler.
Oh. That's to me, I totally forgot. Give us a name.
I do not
I'm gonna
remember.
call you Cheese.
Okay.
Sure.
He
That
has an
works.
actual name, but we don't remember what it was.
I wrote down
It
some-
wasn't something of that thing, so whatever. Anyway.
This entity will give you what you need: food, drink, point you to a room to sleep
Alcohol.
in.
But you have familiar faces. Some I know, some I have no idea who the hell you
There's a few things I must cross T's and dot I's with before we leave here, though. So I will be off for a few.
are. I can rest.
And she's gonna go and get her coat and throw her shoes on and hit the dirt road. She's gonna places and things and stuff.
Huh?
Uh-huh. Mike's also exact. I love how the two protector people are like, I'm sorry, what are you doing, unattended?
She's
Please
came out of-
explain that to us a little bit
She
better.
has thoughts in her head of what she needs to do,
Hot tub, sauna.
No,
Springs.
she does not need hot tub time machine.
So you what? So you go, you leave the room?
Oh yeah, she's in there. She's going downstairs, she's thinking, and she's trying to plan out something. She doesn't want to, like, a bunch of, like, thoughts right now. She's collected information that she's gotten so far, and she's trying to piece things newer together. It's like putting the puzzle, the jigsaw puzzle was on the ground, and little pieces were being connected there, there, and there. Now it's piece by piece, a lot more is coming into frame for her, and she's understanding more.
Okay.
Where she at first was like, what did I do? Did I do wrong? Did I do right? Now she's getting a little more perspective. She's downstairs.
Okay. So you're not leaving
So
the building.
As she leaves and we both give her that look,
What are
it's
you
kind
doing?
of like both of us start nudging, and you see like Sat starts to take a step to trail after her. You summoned me because you needed me. Now you're leaving me. What? Fuck. So he took one step and went, wait a minute. And he takes one step back. Should be fine.
Okay. I think we have both been a bit physically strained.
Should be okay.
I meant us. We've both been severely physically strained.
Should be
Okay.
Oh, I know this isn't what you want to hear, but I am very glad to have you back.
So I've been told.
Thank you for coming back.
You want me to go down?
Thank you for bringing me back. It's a nice nap.
I took over babysitting duties, man. Do you know how difficult it is to keep her head attached to her body?
Speaking of, what are we doing with that?
We gotta wait for the thing to get its charges back.
And
So
on
we're
that
bringing
note,
it back. Okay.
as he said, wait a minute, and she leaves the room, you just see him wave his hand.
Whip.
And that's when you hear, she'll be fine. Those who know, he casted mislead.
So she's
Oh.
like, ba-ba-da-ba-da.
So a clone is standing.
Okay.
You don't know that though.
And the Sat being invisible is trailing Lucy.
Oh.
The actual one. He's like, ha fuckers.
I
So-
forget how to check for this.
We have a new babysitter.
You would have to really know he's doing that. So unless you know he's misleading you,
He's done it enough times around me.
not that much.
It's
How many?
the Amber Temple.
Uh-huh.
You've
But
done it.
if he's
Twice
talking,
in the temple.
It's semantic. If you remember the motions, then yes, you know what he did.
I should.
Make an intelligence check.
History check.
Intelligence. Oh
So,
yeah, you go history, intelligence, whatever.
I'd roll it, but I'd probably roll it really bad, and all my stuff's -4.
Not yours. Sat's.
Mine's on -4.
Yeah, but isn't mine -4 too?
No.
Oh.
The person who is revived, you have. No, she has the only one. No, I'm -4 when you bring back, say, anybody from the dead under resurrection spell. I'm at -4 for 4 days because each day of a long rest, it reduces by 1.
Okay. So can
22.
I can still do all my spells and stuff then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
22,
I wrote that
Frank.
all down because I thought
Okay,
that
so
was
yeah,
what
you
happened.
remember the hand movements.
but give me a
Very
spell
similar
support.
of what he did before. For
Nope. I'm just gonna look over and go.
Good answer. He's like, don't be a spool, bro. This
Respectfully, I'm letting him take over. I'm probably gonna notice it too, and I'm gonna be like, okay.
But by the way,
Whatever.
like stand down, soldier. That was just the general aspect of the general.
Please keep her head attached to her body.
Was he's not like I'm a
I
general.
know.
It was he had that
So
more
we're
like
bringing
as Lucy's walking away and grabs her stuff, and you hear the door as she comes back downstairs, grabs her shit, and goes out the door that leads out of the penthouse. You just. Kalon just tilts his head a little bit.
Kalon.
Or, fucking set.
You're so used to being clone.
I'm I'm so used to being Kalon. Sat just tilts his head, and now like a light bulb just kicks off. Goes, you know, she has both pieces of us. She still carries our necklace.
The one of wound closure? Is that what you're talking about?
Uh-huh.
I took it off of her.
It's back on her. She doesn't have that yet.
Oh.
And it reappears back on its wearer.
Oh.
Oh.
She's not unattuned to it.
Yeah.
It's still hers.
So even though you took it off of her for that brief moment,
Yeah.
It's like,
It worked for me.
She
I
just
don't
doesn't
care.
feel it because it's kind of suppressed. Because
when you're so used to wearing something,
Yeah.
it's like contacts, rings, things like that.
But to see another astral elf, the cosmos, the
So we're gonna use
terrifying
that
and enlightening
stick
at the same time.
to bring back her mom
Yes.
eventually.
Are you still eyeballing him up?
yep.
Because his fucking perception's retarded.
Welcome back.
Sats is.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Sats
saying.
is not as stupid as Kalan.
So why
It's
don't
still
we
it's
just,
stupid
like,
high, but
But
not
he still beats you.
It's not.
Sats still
It's gonna
beats
be
your
about
passive body.
5 days.
as I was say
Well,
his
yeah.
was close.
But, like,
Sat has a 24.
How about we just
Yeah.
take it out the box and put it in something, you know,
he has the same passive perception as I
put
do.
it somewhere safe.
You're at 23.
No, 24.
I need to have a
It's gonna
discussion.
stink.
Okay.
I'm aware.
I'm fine with that.
Could we?
I don't know about y'all.
Can we cast stasis on the head?
You mean gentle repose? Is it gentle repose? Yeah. That's gentle repose. That's the stasis
Ew.
on the body, so it doesn't like run away.
Gentle repose does not make the body rot. Yes, correct.
I don't got that.
Spells. Let's go.
I have it. Okay. No.
I know I don't.
Okay. You should have it.
No,
It's a necromancy thing.
I don't have that one.
Yeah, but doesn't mean you don't have it on your list. You might
Well,
have not taken it.
Yeah. Like right now, I just don't have it.
So.
But
noticing
pop-up
it-
thing.
I mean, I fucking have it. It's just not prepared. Oh, never mind. I can cast it as a ritual.
Well,
Oh. So I can. It cannot decay and become undead. That's what that
For
is.
10 days.
so enough time. Perfect.
But for me, it's a ritual.
For me, it's just a normal spell.
So
I
like-
just have to change my spell list around.
So for me, it's a ritual, meaning it doesn't.
It doesn't
Gentle
burn
repose.
spells.
So you can literally just be
Doesn't burn
like 10
spells.
days, and then it's on the 9th day, 10 more days, and just. See your thing? You're
So I
noticing
can-
him
I can
eyeballing
take-
him.
But if I'm noticing you still happening and I see him, so
Dang.
there's tension in this room. What's the deal with you two?
Over squirrel.
He shot him.
Twice.
Was it for real?
Yes.
It was a deception move.
Yeah.
Was it justified by your cause,
I believe so.
or was it a ruse?
He said it was grievous after he shot me.
If it aligns the needs, why? A powerful ally at your disposal, I would join them too. I would join myself.
Looks in the
It's about to become a bad who's on first.
What's the truth? But knowing what days come ahead, and knowing that there's other doors and paths that we have to take again to get back to where we need to fucking go,
I suggest to the both of you, squash your shit now. Because if there's animosity between the group, to where the goal cannot be met to go home because of your babble, I will end you. And he flexes and snorts dragon breath. I am vengeance. I don't care who's it for.
The problem is I don't know whose side he's on because he also tried to betray.
Whose side are you on?
You haven't let me have a chance to explain myself.
Quick to judge. So familiar.
Internally, I am so glad that you're here to take care of this for me, because I've been having to deal with some bullshit.
Babysitting sucks.
Ugh.
No. It's not that. Yes, I'll come back and take my roles, babysit,
This was internal, not external. Not
He can read you enough with his insight to know shit's going to where it's like a relief that he's here. You have the talking balance here. But without a fraction of a doubt, he knows what it's like on both sides of the spectrum. To have people disbelieve you at a moment's notice, not knowing the context behind it. So when he says squash that, he reiterates again. I've had 3 different party teams, and all of them have tried to kill me without asking me first what my goal is. Do you want to suffer my fate? Do you want to die over and over again and go into goddamn madness?
I'd rather not.
Fucking ask him then. Jesus. You know what? No. And he just waves his hands out. So those who need to, you can choose or you can let it happen. Zone of truth.
I actually like Cookie's presents. I slept with her, but I didn't sleep with her.
So, if you want to,
It's okay.
is a charisma saving throw.
I choose to say one.
Huh? I heard saving throw.
Damn.
Charisma saving throw, unless you let it
Zone of
happen.
Truth.
He is casting Zone of Truth.
So if you don't really care if you tell the truth completely, then fail it. On purpose.
Meaning what this is. So, I believe. Let me just double check the spell components for. Well, not the components, but the
Description.
the material what it's for. Like, what's the well, yeah. So it's okay. So it's verbal and semantics. You see him. You see Kalan. Sat, Jesus.
You're gonna do this all night.
I am. I'm gonna do it for a long time. So
Say
Sat waves his hands, and you hear him speak, and it's dual toned. It's both celestial and draconic. By the all might, and it's the same words. By the might of justice from the dragon himself, yet they lie, smite them. For if they speak truth, protect them. That's what he says in both languages at the same time.
I mostly rolled for shigs, but that's gonna be a 34.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pass.
yeah, that's gonna fucking do it.
His DC's a 19.
The only
Yeah,
way I could have done better than that
But
is
you
if I
can
critted.
pass or fail it. You can fail it naturally on your
I
own.
don't have anything to hide. So.
But unless you don't know his words, you have no idea what the fuck he did. There's just
no idea.
There is a silverish glow that expands like a wave, and then it stops.
Well, I got an 18, so I
No
failed
damage, no nothing. So you fail it.
it. Yeah.
So you deliberately cannot lie.
Sorry.
You
Nice.
Those who have failed can deliberately. You cannot lie.
Speak the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you, Satori.
You can't deliberate lie. you can stretch the truth.
So there's ways around it.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's ways around the truth. You cannot.
You just can't just
make
tell a straight lie.
You can't. Yeah. You cannot
Boneyard.
dump a straight lie.
Damn. Okay.
But you can choose to fail.
This is revert vomit.
Oh, I failed it. Because I was out of 19, right, to pass? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I failed it. I got 17.
Okay. So on a fail, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie. The affected creature is aware of the spell and can avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. So you can avoid the question. You can avoid answering the question, but you cannot deliberately lie. Ask. Let the balance and justice prevail. If not, it will smite you down.
Alright, I'm just gonna be straight. Why did you stab us in the back there?
It's written on your face, Betrayal, and perhaps it is. But you see only the dagger in the hand, not the specter behind it in the dark, nor the 1,000 futures that dance upon the edge of its blade. Did you not see? Did you not hear his voice and chill your soul as it did mine? His ego, no, his divinity, warped and swollen beyond comprehension, was not just arrogance, it was a key. One forged not in steel or spell, but self-righteousness. That is what none of you dared to grasp. You walk the world in lines and paths, chasing your own righteousness like moths to flame. But the shadows, I live in them. I listen to what they whisper, and what they screamed in that moment was clear. Sacrifice clarity for vision. And you yet may survive what comes. Lucy, her wish worked. He had fled, tail tucked behind so-called divine pride and seething anger before even the Raven Queen could chain him to her will. And you, Ryu, a comrade in arms, I aimed upon you not with malice, but with necessity. A moment's cruelty to seize the eye of the storm. His fury became the veil I needed. Within that storm, I saw deeper into his mind than any ritual or memory could grant. I tasted in these past hours truths not even the Raven Queen has dared to speak out loud. You speak of balance, of light and restoring order. And wishing for you to handle the deck, he bound you more tightly to Bahamut's oath and doctrine than anything ever could. 3 cards, 3 trials, 3 blessings, and you succeed. I know what I am. I am no hero. I am shadow given form, walking ever where light fears to tread. My path is the forgotten corridor, the silence between heartbeats, the last breath before the plunge. As a gloomstalker, I hunt in places where no others dare to go. As a shadow sorcerer, I wield what most cannot even name without trembling. So you can curse me, you can hate me, question your trust if you noticed. But know this, everything I do is both the darkness and the light. There are always 2 faces to every truth, and I walk between them.
You just see Sack kind of just chuckles. Where were you when I needed you?
Hiding in the shadow, I suppose.
I should have sought him out. Other than my current compatriots that choose to stab me in the neck. We could have succeeded already.
Oh. I was about to be like,
Exactly how old
rude.
are you? How old are you?
I lost count.
I will not lie. I am 669 years old. I have seen more.
Holy shit!
That is the blessing of the astral sea to us elves. We cease to age.
That's true. Yeah, so do I. But I can't definitively.
Give a number.
Okay. Oops.
Ouch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be ouch.
Roll 2
Yeah.
dice.
No. Because if you go by default, I started this character in second edition, so there's been
2?
4 books, 4 core books that came out. So 3, 3.5, 4, 5, 5.5. So there's been 5. So he is above 3,000
Dang.
by default of that. Because of the Astral Elf and because of the Necklace of Wound Closure, he's been borderline immortal.
Mm-hmm.
Especially being a Paragon and a Champion, he's just like that. So, to answer that question, I've seen stars form and disappear. I have chased the endless moons. I have bartered with the god of life and death.
Perhaps stories would be told differently then. But that is my truth.
Sorry.
The only difference,
How do you feel about that?
The only difference that I see in that is he caught on a lot quicker than I did. He found that truth. But here's my question then. You asked that. Why? So let me ask you this under the oath. Why were you quick to judge? Dragon Rider.
Call it a war flashback. Plus with the knowledge that I've just recently learned.
Flashback of war does not make you mean quick decisions. You make calculated, quick decisions.
Allow me to reiterate that. With what I've learned in the last few days of my former comrades, betrayal, bull and lies amongst people I trusted, especially those with it that I looked up to, that had bigger power that I wanted to be, and now I question and everything I learned back at the valley.
Did you forget who persuaded your enemies? Your allies? I believe I did that, or Kalam did. Same concept still exists. It all falls back to what I did. If I didn't bring and let Vecna in, maybe he wouldn't have spread propaganda towards it. So if you want to be mad at somebody, be mad at me. He saw truth in lies. Or in complex truths, he saw the actual truth. Yes, quick to judge based off what you seen. But you're a dragon rider. You have the script of Bahamut on you. You can turn into what I failed to do.
But that road still is a long one to travel yet.
No, it's not. It's far. This is not. It's far from over for you. You have choices now that you haven't before. You now know the deeper, darker truths. It doesn't mean anything. You bear a markings, inscription of Bahamut on you.
Then I'm still confused where they came from.
I don't know, but that's his writing. That's draconic writing. That is his language. I failed to be his champion. I disgraced it. I see that now. He doesn't. That my counterpart does not see that. He still sees red. Darkness. I am the light that he needs to see. If you want to follow Bahamut and become the paragon of him, his champion, then do so as justice provides it to be. Now, if your justice is a pound for a pound, he shot you. By return, an eye for an eye, as my justice would put it. You get swings on him too, a pound for a pound. Or do you see yourself as a different form of justice? Or let fate and karma rule it? Or do you want vengeance and seek it out?
Vengeance is not what I'm seeking.
So honorably, if you're in your troop, and there was dispute, how would you settle it?
Trial by combat.
It's an empty goddamn room.
It was just like,
I can back away. I will referee.
I'm gonna go find something to eat.
I'm gonna go hit the sign.
while they're doing that,
Hot spring, sorry.
where Lucy had gone,
And get a
in
drink.
the, she's at the bar. Now she's got grab and drink. Is there, how
seen
busy
enough
is it
people
down right
thrown
now? Is it like,
across
it's not so
I
busy right
don't
now?
feel like being in the blast zone.
She
I
actually-
mean, it's not the, I mean, it is like the main, like one of the main bar tavern hubs within the area. It's not the biggest. So it's always busy because there's never a time of day.
It's the bar that never closes.
Because there's no time here. You can't judge when moon is up or the sun is up. You can't judge it because you can't see it. It's one perpetual light.
Do you know how bored we gotta be to be like, oh, they're throwing each other? Eh.
Oh.
That is why gloom and despair take over. I would say every time you go for something heavy, the glass shifts back away from you.
Me?
Every time you order a strong, like a really, like a strong drink, it gets pushed away from you.
It goes sliding down the bar.
like no, like she'll drink it and she'll set it down. And then when she goes to grab it again, it's like 5 feet over there when it shouldn't be. It's like, how the fuck?
Ghosts.
But
No, she didn't even grab a drink. She wasn't getting a drink.
No, but I'm just saying.
If that
goes to-
happens.
That's what's going down.
she's got her back turned and goes to grab it, but
Fuck. Okay, like there. She's just sitting at the bar just aimlessly, and the goddamn
The bartender's like,
You
oh,
know,
I
like
gotcha.
a drunken bastard's coming there because, you know, it's Lucy. Her charisma's kind of high, so she's a pretty girl. So every time a really drunken person comes there, every time he gets close, he trips. No idea.
We're trying to sit down. It's like that whole move the chair real quick. It's like,
Like, he is making sure that there is a bubble.
So,
And 20 feet all around her. Because he has 2 big swords that have that reach.
but as she gets to the in between the whole like, I like drunk people like this. She sits and then
Good.
I'm actually not here for a drink this time. But from what I know of bars and bartenders, they are usually a good listening ear and a nugget of information. Or insight. So I guess a conversation. Theoretically, if you had a friend or someone you knew and you judged them incorrectly.
Like, immediately, you're telling this to the bartender, he's like, this is going to be a deep conversation.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to go, hold on to that thought. And you see him rapid fast speed, like, I'm going on break. Y'all take over right now. And he just dished out 10 drinks like it was lightning.
You blinked in the
You
bars.
have my attention.
What's the taps? Is that what it is? The game where the bartender. Did you watch Wreck-It Ralph?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? The bartender just go.
Just slides the drink.
It was a retro video game.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, that one. That's what he just did.
Oh,
Sort
slide
of.
the drink. There you go. I'm on break. Check, please.
Look, hey, I'll be
That's
back.
immediately
back
what I
in,
thought of whenever he said that.
I need,
I'll be back in 15.
So, hypothetically,
I need a fresh perspective. If you learn more information on someone you've incorrectly judged.
okay.
It's a lot I've been taking in right now, so it's you gotta. I'm
So
really
if I
proud
found
of
out
this.
new information that I poorly misjudged someone for, just on that alone, I would make it better. That's me.
Say someone is.
And he like lights up a cigar too, and he's
Oh,
like, "This
hang
is
on,
my
hang on.
like this is my."
She
this is
goes
my-
like, here, try this. She hands him the pipe. Has a little fancy trick. Just little poke like the skull puff.
Huh.
She takes there's a pass on as they're talking. She's like, here you go. Prone to violence though. Not the nicest. Bad history. They've gone through a shit ton of stuff. So it's not easy to just sit down and talk and reconcile. How would you parlay?
Is that a fish? What the fuck is that?
What parlay? Oh, the dice. I was like, what are you talking about, parlay?
Sorry.
Like if I misjudged someone after gaining information about what they had, then by default,
I gave you the coach set dice.
knowing that they're a hostile person,
I'm sure you've seen all sorts come and go.
yes, but I'm not.
Koi fish.
I'm not trying to, I'll say, be rude, but in my understanding, if I misjudged someone royally, and I realized that I might have screwed up, if that line is crossed and erased, no harm, no foul. Move on. But if I truly want to pursue somebody to make amends, I will try everything in my power to do so. But me, myself? No. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
Something
There'll be somebody else that has coming in and has far more problems.
It's something I am new at asking. Normally, I see a problem, I try to fix it, or I try to help and do. But it seems, I don't know, this is new. Something needs fixed.
Sorry, I was, well, okay.
Pause.
I was trying to recreate or figure out if somebody on D&D Beyond made the Dragon Disciple back from the Prestige class in 3.5. They did, but for a monk. Like, right? Because
what?
No, it makes sense. They did that because of the monk. Because the sorcerer has the dragon bloodline, so it kind of it rewashes it. But it wasn't like how it was supposed to. Goddamn be. Listen, I have the book for that prestige. You have to be able to cast level 1 spells in both Arcana and Divine schools.
I was actually looking at that.
So you had to be a paladin. You had to be a paladin or a cleric and be a wizard or sorcerer in that time because warlocks didn't exist. So you had to be in that spectrum to fucking become a dragon disciple, and that's what I wanted to be.
Yeah,
I need to rework Sat's character sheet.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that today because, what's his name from Go Gamer?
Marius?
Yeah, he has those books in the shelf.
Books, bro.
This is the first time I've seen them.
I got Van's books, man.
I already showed him the books.
I got books her dad has.
Well, I was up there killing time. I'm insulted. Curiosity.
But that all falls on what you believe is right.
I'm learning.
If you think that you need to go make amends with this person, do it. If you think that it's a waste of time, don't bother.
Have you ever made the mistakes before? And
I'm a bartender.
I know.
Listen, I make mistakes all the damn time because I might misread somebody and pour them a drink. I need to make money.
And how do you fix it?
I give them more drink. I accommodate them if I screw up. I give them a free round or whatever because they're going to walk out these doors because this is the hub between the realms.
Have you had companions or friends before?
Yeah.
And have you made... She's trying to like pry and understand.
I own a bar.
Have you broken apart but reconciled?
Yeah, but not so much as you fine line for reconciling.
I'm aware.
I'll tell you the truth. My reconcile is
more drinks.
Sorry, bye. You're fired. Don't talk to them again. There's more friends you can make. There's people. I see interesting people every day. Like you. Like your crew that you came with. Like the Shadow Archive, because they're an interesting bunch.
Or the strange man with the swords that left your bar a bit ago.
He scared me.
Did he ask for anything?
I wasn't paying attention. If he wanted to drink, I gave it to him. Other than that, I wasn't really paying attention to him because, like I said, I didn't feel like peeing in the bar.
But he asked if nothing but a drink.
That's not that I knew of. He didn't really say anything. He had this demeanor that I knew damn well was, no.
No.
Was I was gonna reach for this, and you see him like reach back and kind of show it a little bit is like a maul, and he just puts it back. Because yeah, I was thinking about that, but then I saw 3 swords, and I was like, nope, I value my life.
I choose not to.
So if he wanted to order a drink, cool. I gave it to him. That was it. I didn't strike conversation. I tried, but no. He had that presence to where no.
Well, I appreciate it.
But if you wanted to rectify with somebody of that magnitude,
Good luck.
I would give in to what he wants.
No.
That's
Do it.
my.
Don't do it.
That's my understanding.
Do it.
If that's what you need to do, because that's what it is, to get this person to listen, then you need to have fun with his goals. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You have to apply yourself to his goals. Entice them that that's what you're looking for too, and that's a good icebreaker to begin with.
I understand.
Something of, like if somebody, okay, if I have a person who comes in my bar who is strong-willed and who has a lot of money, I'm going to not serve him my cheapest drink if he wants a drink. I'm going to go, hey, there's this new special, there you go. It's a little bit on the price side because of all the ingredients, and they're not going to care because it tastes too damn good. Did I make a mistake? Sure. So I know when he's a couple drinks in and he's feeling kind of loopy, I just like an extra one because I know he'll tip go. That's it. I play into the strings. So if you're going to reconcile with that behemoth of walking death, then
behemoth, man.
you need to peer into his lighter side.
That's rather easy. It's upstairs.
It's right behind me. Go like, don't touch, don't touch. Wow. As he's probably seeing right now, people still tripping and falling. He's just like,
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Why is everybody who is around you just tripping? Like, there's, I gotta get like a sign that says, "Hey, caution, wet floor."
I have no clue.
You know, slippery when wet. I mean, drinks get spilled all.
You just see someone go up the bar like, hey.
Prime example. People get. I mean, I understand. Drunk people spill their drinks. I understand. I know I don't clean up right away because there's so much foot traffic, and then eventually it'll dry on its own.
Fair enough.
Right? Eventually it'll make its own foot dripping.
I do believe the parlay is in order. I will take your words very highly.
I wouldn't take my words with a grain of salt.
No, but it gives me an idea.
I've been around. I've seen you're not the first person to come in with these problems. You're not going to be the last.
Oh, I doubt it.
So, wisdom I can go based off other people. Yes. I find it easier to betray to pierce that wall that guards their hearts so much. Find a way to inch in, and eventually they crumble. It might take a while, but eventually it will.
With that,
Unless you have charm.
she gets up and walks out the door.
Everyone tripping, going out the door.
And she's like, what?
You see, as soon as she like walks away and goes, he just whispers under his breath, "I gotta start charging for therapy sessions, man."
And then comes downstairs, tell me about it.
I know you, right? She comes back to return the key. Goes, yeah. I get what you mean, but they paid in advance, so technically I got my payment. You did not. I need to start charging you more. So I get a cut of it.
So in she goes betwixt the crowd. with her eyes peeled.
So back up, Dodge.
Meanwhile, back upstairs.
So to answer disputes as it were, trial by combat. Would you agree to that?
Yes.
Under what forms would you like to take?
No magic. Take of any kind.
A really serious arm wrestle.
No magic of any kind.
Wouldn't that also mean you?
That means magical weapons as well.
That's what I mean. I was like, wouldn't that also mean you?
So what? Fisticuff.
Sword.
Sword.
Don't you guys have a slobber knocker?
I don't
Mr.
have
Wrestling Man.
sword. Is it magic?
Nope. You can check it out for yourself.
You have a sword that is non-magical.
So, slobber knocker, sir.
Pity.
I think I do.
I don't have one.
I have an extra one, but
No, there you go. Then there you go. You can
walking
There you
armor.
go.
So sword, no magic. Anything you want to add to that stipulation? It has to be equal ground. So that was your stipulation. No magic of any kind. What do you like to add to that?
No death.
Please.
Sounds like it's that is a heavy loss for you, being a gloom stalker who lives in shadows.
Still proficient with the blade.
Yes, but that's a big heavy toll. No magic of any kind. So does that no magic of any kind? So no abilities. No digging in deep into your heritages to do it. So no calling on dragons.
Nope.
To aid you. No using the shadows. So that is a form of magic. Anything you want to add to that?
Full light.
Say again?
Full light.
No shadow
No
at all.
shadows. That's simple.
Because even in the darkness, I have an advantage on you.
Fair enough.
Okay. Are we doing duel? Or to the death?
Duel.
I think you should forgo your armor as well as I have mine.
Well, Thunder Truth is still up, so it doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
So no magic. Dueling weapons or swords. Full light, so no shadow is cast. Into a full duel till the first one is knocked out. So non-lethal. Is there anything else to add to this?
I've got nothing else to add to it.
Then as warden of this duel, I will be your deciding factor. If one of you go and use said thing, I personally will strike you.
Fair enough.
And he asks for both of your hands. And he puts his hands together and he mumbles an incantation and a glyph appears on your hand. If any one of you use anything to your advantage that is under the stipulations given, that mark will hurt you.
So think of it as your warning. As it is a glyph of warning.
Oh boy.
Under certain triggers, so meaning if under the stipulations are broken, so if you use the shadows, you use magic. You put on armor.
You kill the other person?
No, it fucking dumps. The glyph of warding is 60-10.
That's what I was saying, like, it's not to the death.
I mean, it might knock you the fuck out. It might kill you. Because it's not a lethal it's lethal. It's not.
No, I meant they're dueling and it's not to the death. What happens if the other person accidentally kills the other person if it's just not to the death?
Did they get hit with it too? That's not your rule. Okay. If you want to duel it, cool. Theater of the mind, unless you want to map.
I think it's actually a good calling point.
Okay. That way you guys can strategize. Now, mind you, your armor classes are definitely going to be different because it's 10 plus your dex.
We have like 2 perspectives.
You might be almost equal around it. What's your dex?
15. Or no, 20.
20.
So you're both your AC
Fair
should be
even.
15. It's going to be 15.
Yeah.
What weapon is it? Just so I know for
Just a basic longsword.
basic longsword. Cool.
So you can hand in half if you want to use. So it's versatile. So you're not going sword and board, huh?
No, because my shield's magical. I can't. I said no magic.
And every weapon he has is magic.
So it's 5d8 is what it is.
Plus.
No, it's 5d8.
Huh.
It's 5d8. That's all it is. Is the glyph.
I mean, it's not gonna, like, tickle, but, you know.
So I'll just pre-roll that way.
Yeah. So, we'll at least get this knocked out of the way.
Initiative.
Yep. Whenever you're ready, Frank. 2, 1.
Hold on, the pen's not there.
Hold on.
There we
Need another pen, Frank?
go. No, I have several. I just don't understand why this isn't fucking. It might just be the spell that's sent for you. Okay.
Nah,
So,
I ain't giving it to you. You guys aren't allowed to have your pluses.
What?
Whenever they're around me, you get like a plus
You walked away
5
anyway.
or something. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I mean.
Okay, go ahead. Roll initiative.
We did.
Yeah.
Because I could have went back down.
Well, there's only 2 of you, so what are you at?
I got a 20.
33.
Okay.
15 plus 5, so. I forgot yours is stupid high
Because the feats.
Yeah.
Okay.
19 plus 17.
So,
Jesus Christ.
with the duel about to begin. Now, here's something that wasn't mentioned. As Sat does this and is about to go on and cast this glyph that you guys don't do anything against the rules set. What's the gratification of it? Because when you dispute something in trial by combat, you win is your way of thinking?
Looking at. To me, this would be judging whether he would be the.
Worthy of trust again?
Yeah.
So if you win, you're not going to trust him anymore? And if he wins, you're going
This
to
be more-
trust what he said was to justify?
This is more proving that this wasn't a traitorous act.
He wants to make sure he's fighting true. I guess. Is that right?
It's
Pretty much.
man being man. I don't
Yeah,
get
but
it
that
either.
doesn't make sense though. When you're disputing something and you go by trial by combat, that is, if you win, then your judgment is true.
This is Ryu.
So
Right now,
what's
Ryu
the
sees now.
stipulation then
Right now,
to the winner?
for Ryu, this is because Ryu believes now was a traitor, or because obviously he's
So this is proving Nell's innocence.
yes.
Okay.
So if he wins, his innocence is true.
Correct.
If you win, he's not innocent, he's guilty.
Because there's two party members that look at him as a traitor right now.
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't say shit.
You didn't have to.
So
I didn't say that.
So by default,
You're assuming on why she.
according to balance itself, if you win,
Jesus Christ.
then he
There's a lot of dice.
has to believe that his way of thinking was misjudged. And no further act of vengeance or anything can be extracted for a 10-day. So meaning for a week, you cannot rehash this back out.
Gotcha.
If he wins, you must accept what he thought is true without a default. So if you second guess that and you break that tie, that bond, and recompense from the winner will be casted as they see fit.
Fair enough.
To the victor, if any of you go back on your word or try to hash it back out within a week, the winner can exact whatever judgment they deem fit, whether it be banishment, death, forgo, gear, items, coin. For that is balance. If it ends in a draw, you accept each other's fate as equal. And each way of thinking is equal and justified, and your bout ends there. Because the next time you sleep, if you go back on it, I will make you think you are an infant.
Fair enough.
Agree?
Agree.
Turn you into a baby.
Not changing that paper.
Then by the powers of me being the warden of this duel, I hereby commence. Let the duel begin. And that's where we end.
There's like two separate shits. There's like the doors get pushed open and Lucy walks out. And then you guys are just like.
So we will catch you guys here next week. Then again, remember to go to Wounded Warrior and donate. It'll help out. We're all going to pitch in and do it.
$75. It's a
75. I mean that's not a minimum. That's just like ideal. I wouldn't go any more than 75 because you're helping out two people doing that. If you want to donate more, all the power to you. We as a group appreciate that for running this campaign. But anything else of that nature, please. If you want to, if it's $5, $10, $1, whatever, I don't care.
And it's
as
also
long as you guys do, it helps these guys out. Like I said, most of us have military families here. We have one that does it, that is involved, that battles this stuff on a day-to-day basis. So this helps them. This helps anybody else that's around. So yes, we will do this to a fault, and we are running it all year. So
Do it for us. For
Remember,
them.
not every veteran's wounds are physical.
that is very true. And not every person will ask for help. So you see that happening. If they're a vet, help them. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're trying to do, and that's what we're going to be doing, possibly down the road. For those who don't know that, because what is it called?
Roll to heal.
Roll to heal.
Roll to heal.
Roll to heal. So same thing. It's and we're working on it, but what it is these guys help veterans by playing.
Not just veterans and first responders.
Veterans, first responders who deal with PTSD. This organization, Roll to Heal, helps put these guys who suffer from that in a RPG style game, whether it be Dungeons and Dragons, whether it be Pathfinder, whether it be, Warhammer, whatever game it is, to get them to play it, to help them battle it through a psychological point of view. So dungeon masters or game masters that are within this organization are trained to deal with PTSD if it triggers within game, and to help them coach through it for that. So trying to do it. Hopefully I can get on that team and help out. So yes, they're still in the works of it, but it is starting up. So that's another thing we're getting into that we'll tell you guys down the road once we get more information of it. But for right now, the best that we can do right now is to ask you guys for help, for hitting this link in the comments. Throughout the commercial, there's a QR code that has it, that we are, you just put your phone to it. You can do it anonymously. You can sign your name on it and be a part of helping heal those wounds for veterans who battle with mental health issues. So help them out. We're going to do our part. So from us at the D20 Misfits,
Good night.
Woo! That was a little enticing little session there.
y'all were all serious, and I was about to be like, and it's tax deductible. I was like, no, it's not gonna fit the tone.
No, definitely.
No.
But yeah, we definitely like.
That's I just.
Holy crap!
Eyes wide
And
open.
that's in the light.
Jeez.
Good Lord.
Honestly, we talk about that stuff, John. Do you have you applied for that?
What?
For wounded warrior.
No.
The hell is that? Why not?
Because Wounded Warrior focus more towards physical.
Not all the time.
I know, but
It does help
There's-
mentally too, and you go through it. I know that I can see your triggers, but I'm not there all the damn time.
Night shift?
Mhm.
Are you morning shift?
morning.
What are you doing? Cook?
Yes.
You're back to full duty?
No, just since she's taking over Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Okay, so the dice you gave me are glow in the
Yeah,
dark.
if there's ever Tuesday or
Nice.
Wednesday you actually want to do.
So like Tuesday,
Right.
Wednesday, you're cooking. The rest of the time, you're.
Right. Except for Friday night.
Like
You
you
said
Because they
control
don't have
like
enough
your
people to fucking
Wednesdays?
row.
Like, do you like
All I do is fucking drop some zombies.
So what? You come in at like 4 o'clock to like 8?
Last week it was 5:30.
Oh, so okay, so you're bringing like you're like
I could also
too.
probably fit
Yeah.
some more in you.
Sorry, they don't have that.
I wish it would
Should've
like
looked at it.
properly close.
If there are days you like actually doing